I hope it can provide some comfort and solace to 230,000 Americans. I said at the outset, I wanted to represent this campaign to represent and look like America. We've done that. Now that's what I want the administration to look like and act like. For all those of you who voted for President Trump, I understand the disappointment tonight. I've lost a couple times myself. But now, let's give each other a chance. It's time to put away the harsh rhetoric, lower the temperature, see each other again, listen to each other again. And to make progress, we have to stop treating our opponents as our enemies. They are not our enemies. They are Americans. They are Americans. The Bible tells us, to everything there is a season, a time to build, a time to reap and a time to sow, and a time to heal. This is the time to heal in America. Now this campaign is over. What is the will of the people? What is our mandate? I believe it's this. Americans have called upon us to marshal the forces of decency, the forces of fairness, to marshal the forces of science and the forces of hope in the great battles of our time. The battle to control the virus, the battle to build prosperity, the battle to secure your family's health care, the battle to achieve racial justice and root out systemic racism in this country. And the battle to save our planet by getting climate under control. The battle to restore decency, defend democracy, and give everybody in this country a fair shot. That's all they're asking for, a fair shot. Folks, our work begins with getting COVID under control. We cannot repair the economy, restore our vitality, or relish life's most precious moments, hugging our grandchildren, our children, our birthdays, weddings, graduations, all the moments that matter most to us until we get it under control. On Monday, I will name a group of leading scientists and experts as transition advisors to help take the Biden-Harris COVID plan and convert it into an action blueprint that will start on January the 20th, 2021. That plan will be built on bedrock science. It will be constructed out of compassion, empathy, and concern. I will spare no effort, none, or any commitment to turn around this pandemic. Folks, I'm a proud Democrat, but I will govern as an American president. I'll work as hard for those who didn't vote for me as those who did. Let this grim era of demonization in America begin to end here and now. The refusal of Democrats and Republicans to cooperate with one another, it's not some mysterious force beyond our control. It's a decision, a choice we make. And if we can decide not to cooperate, then we can decide to cooperate. And I believe that this is part of the mandate given to us from the American people. They want us to cooperate in their interest. And that's the choice I'll make. And I'll call on Congress, Democrats and Republicans alike, to make that choice with me. The American story is about slow yet steadily widening the opportunities in America. And make no mistake, too many dreams have been deferred for too long. We must make the promises of the country real for everybody, no matter their race, their ethnicity, their faith, their identity, or their disability. Folks, America has always been shaped by inflection points by moments in time where we've made hard decisions about who we are and what we want to be. Lincoln in 1860, coming to save the Union. FDR in 1932, promising a beleaguered country a new deal. JFK in 1960, pledging a new frontier. And 12 years ago, when Barack Obama made history, he told us, yes, we can.
From the SKO Media Group studio in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, it's time for the Some Kind of Radio Show, starring Earl McCune and the Crazy Crew. Call in or text to 234-200-5110. That's 234-200-5110. Now, here's Earl McCune and the Crazy Crew.
All right, here we are a week later. I gotta adjust our camera just a tad.
Come on, Earl, get it together.
I've got it together. Well, it happens when you get out of here late. Get here late. Look at that, real quick fix. Just like that, fixed.
There we go.
Bingo.
Automatic camera, you gotta love it. Welcome to Some Kind of Radio Show here live on Friday night, Facebook Live, replayed on YouTube. Hey, John, you might want to tilt your camera down just a little bit. There you go. All right.
There we go.
There we go. Got a good view of you now.
Yeah.
Don't want to scare everybody, though.
The election backlash show tonight.
Now here's one question.
Yeah.
On that little speech you gave. Bedrock Science. Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble?
Sure.
I don't know. Hell if I know.
And even George Spacely, too.
Could. Spacely Sprockets.
Yeah. Yeah, tonight, we've had a hell of a lot of stuff happen since last Friday.
Yes.
We missed the announcement of, the Electoral College projection of Joe Biden winning the election last week by about 12 hours.
Yes.
I think they knew Friday night. They just didn't want to say anything until Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Personally, in my humblest of opinions. But hey, what do I know? I don't know.
Lots of choices made.
I don't know shit.
And here's the thing. Biden's votes, not everybody voted for Biden. It wasn't. Biden can't sit up there and think everybody voted for him. They voted against Trump.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what happened. I saw a poll where it was 40% for Biden and 60% against Trump.
Yeah.
Right. Here's the thing real quick. I'll say this. Joe Biden did not beat Donald Trump. Donald Trump beat Donald Trump.
Yes.
I hate to say it.
And if we can get Joe Jorgensen out of there.
Jesus. And I'll tell you what.
She was the Ross Perot. She was the one that
whole freaking thing that happened. We've had a lot. We got a lot to discuss.
Yes, we do.
Excuse me as I make a... No, you wanted to start off the show with a rant.
Yeah, well, I had one other announcement here, too, is I don't know if either of you two follow the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
All the different things.
Yeah.
Well, we know our friend Caitlyn Jenner, right?
Our friend?
Well, everybody's friend Caitlyn. Don't call me Bruce Jenner. Well, she's joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe. She's going to be in the next installment of X-Men.
Oh.
You don't get it, do you?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that didn't go over as well as I thought it would have.
I got it.
We don't call him the comedy killer for nothing, folks.
Yeah. So, no, here was the thing that I wanted to get on. Now, John, I don't know if you have, and I had asked Earl, everybody's going to MeWe, and what is it? What's the other name of what's the name of the new social thing people are going to? Starts with a P or something. Parlor.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Parlor. Because everybody's
Parlor,
like,
yeah.
oh, well, we're not going to be getting censored. Here's the thing, folks. Well, now, John, Earl, do either of you guys pay to use Facebook?
No.
Okay. Do either of you guys? You're not on Twitter, are you, John?
No.
Okay. Are you on Instagram?
Nope. The only thing I got is Facebook. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on all three platforms just because because I am. Now the thing, so you're on these free provided platforms of social media to interact with people. So somebody else owns it. Now, if somebody else doesn't want this set on your site, okay, you might be able to think that you're being censored, but you got to remember, if you don't own the platform and somebody else says, okay, well, I don't like what you said, I'm taking it down or whatever, then the unfortunate, everybody's all boo hoo hoo. I'm going to MeWe. I'm going to Parler. I'm going to this. I'm going to this. What's going to happen when Parler gets big? Zuckerberg's going to buy it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, there's no escape.
No.
He has, that I do not understand everybody. Well, I want to leave Facebook. You're going to go to this Parler thing. You're not going to like it. Or, not everybody's going to be there that you want. Then you're going to come crying back on Facebook. And, it's just okay. I survived 8 years of Barack Obama. Not very well, but I survived.
Right.
I got through them.
Yeah.
We had 4 years of Donald Trump. Probably my 4 best financial years I've had in a long time. And then now, 4 years of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris because, I hate to say it, Kamala is going to be the president before too long.
Yeah. Well, we talked about that last week.
Yeah, last week is, we just, a lot of people got to realize, and everybody's like, oh, yay, Kamala, you broke the glass ceiling, yada, yada, yada. Well, first female, and no, folks, you're not the first black vice president.
Right.
So, she, it's just, but to get back to the main point was all these people want to, jump ship. I'm leaving Facebook, boo hoo hoo.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I put something up there and they took it down, yada, yada, yada. Well,
right.
Well, if you're paying to use something that I could see where you'd have a complaint, but this is a little free. This is a free service. If they don't want you to put something up, unfortunately, well, guess what? It's not going to be up.
Right.
So, and the same thing with Twitter. Whoever owns Twitter, well, I'm going to shut down. I'm not going to allow blah blah blah. And it's just there's nothing you can do about it. Instagram, same way.
Yeah.
Anything. It's just everybody's going to. It's all going boo hoo.
Yeah.
I'm leaving. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And
right.
And it's nice seeing a week of not having to see any anti-Trump posts all week.
Yeah. Oh, what do we got, honey? Oh, I smell food. My beautiful wife, Lori, has brought me dinner.
Oh.
Hi, honey.
How beautiful.
Stuffed peppers.
Stuffed peppers.
Oh,
No,
baby.
good. Yeah.
Can I get a kiss? Thank you.
Hi, everybody.
She's saying hi. Lori's finger is healing up. She's a couple more weeks of pins.
You only have one finger in the splint now.
Yeah, well, I got tired of wearing the hand one today.
Yeah.
So I just put this one on. Yeah. And I'm glad I did because I went up the steps earlier.
Yeah.
And I hit my finger.
Of course you did. You've been nailing that finger like it's your job.
Right.
Yeah.
Just tell them amputate it. You can get by with 4 fingers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, honey. Appreciate it. Thank
Or
you.
be like in Bruce Almighty, where he has how many fingers behind his back? 7.
Yeah, it pulls
One
up
he-
7. Yeah, pulls up 7 on his hand. Yeah.
Yeah, but no. So everybody wants to bitch and moan and groan about Facebook. Just remember, you're not paying to use it.
Right.
You got to play by their rules. It's their site.
Yep.
They're giving you a page.
Yep.
It's the same people that pitch a fit that. Why did they take this advertisement down from my business?
It is
they
what
want,
it is.
Yeah, they
They
want
don't
you to.
give a shit.
They want you to pay to advertise. That's where they're making their money.
Absolutely. They don't want you to do it. Like even what we're doing. I'm surprised they haven't taken us down yet just for complain. Oh, hey, you guys are not following this and that with the election and blah 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 and being censored. I just when you know what, if they want to take us down, fine, so be it.
Yeah, I mean,
We're going to internet radio on soon anyway. We don't care.
yeah. So I mean, just
Yeah,
that.
soon.
Well, why bitch about the platform if you don't own it?
Right.
That,
We don't own it. We use it as a tool. It's
Yeah,
a tool. It's a tool. Exactly what it is. It's a tool.
It's a tool and it's free.
Right. It's a
So
tool.
the day these people want to start paying to use this.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
how many years did we see that? Oh, Facebook's eventually going to become a pay to use system. Zuckerberg wouldn't do that because he'd lose 2/3 of his
No, I mean,
users.
and there's so many bullshit things that go around, like
Yeah.
it's going to be a pay to use, or if you post this, your privacy doesn't go. Come on, people, get over your, quit sharing the stupid shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's.
Well, that's good.
I mean,
Stuffed peppers.
I mean, what are you gonna? I mean, what are you gonna do?
Right.
It's just
It's a tool.
I mean, I get, and it's just nothing worse than, hey, I'm leaving Facebook because, well, they didn't let me put up, and I'm just like, hey,
It's a tool.
you got to play by the rules. If you're gonna, and when you want to play by the rules, then
Right. Then you can talk.
Then you can
Exactly.
talk.
Yeah. I mean, we got to follow. We all got to follow rules in society and life, and it is what it
Look
is.
at Fear to Wine. Look at how.
Let's get on to Fear to Wine. for a
Fear
minute.
to Wine. Yeah.
Let's,
Our Ohio
Anybody
governor.
Fuhrer Whitmer.
Well, he, of course, he's come out Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday was the big 5:30 announcement he made that, we might be shutting down bars, restaurants, and gyms soon again because the numbers are so bad. But that's great. Let's do it right before the holidays and just fuck everybody in the state. Yeah, I get it. There's people out there sick. We know it's a real disease. But here's the thing, and he even said it with a smile on his face. The vaccine's right around the corner. Okay, let's get through it. Shutting down businesses is not the right thing to do.
No.
And especially small businesses. A lot of small businesses barely survived the first go around of shutdown.
Yeah.
What are they going to do the second round? They're going to kill them.
Yes.
You're going to kill small business throughout the state if you shut them down. Period. It's going to happen. A lot of businesses did not survive the first round of shutdowns.
No, they closed and they never reopened.
A lot of businesses, including the one I work for, barely survived the first shutdown. You shut down again, oh my God. It's going to be, especially right before the holidays, you're going to kill them. But the big box stores, he's going to let those stay open.
Well, sure.
He's going to let the Targets and the Walmarts and all the big stores in the world stay open because guess what? We got to get those tax dollars that way.
Yeah.
But you know what?
And campaign dollars, too.
But a good amount of people in this state work for non-essential businesses. Mm-hmm. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to lose their asses. People are going to be able to buy shit. People are going to be lucky to pay their rent, their mortgages. And right now, there is no relief package in sight.
No.
It's not like before. They were ready to put a relief package out there and save the country and save the people so we could afford to live. Right now, there's no package in sight. You cannot shut the businesses down.
No.
You can't do it. As much as you say, okay, we're doing it for the good of the country, we're doing it for the good of the state. I get the thought process, but at the same time, you cannot do it. You're going to cripple our economy. People are going to be out of work. People are going to be struggling to make ends meet. And there's not going to be any emergency assistance. A lot of people used up all their benefits from unemployment for the first go-around, myself included. What are we supposed to do? What are those people supposed to do? Including, I'm worried for my own self right now. I'm like, okay, great. I'll go drive DoorDash. I'll make it one way or another. But there's a lot of people out there that are like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? How do I feed my family? There is no relief in sight. I will hustle to do what I got to do. I will hustle and make money and do whatever I got to do. That's just the way I am. I will hustle. I will work. I will find ways to make money. But, there's going to be a lot of people going to go, what do I do? That's the only thing I know how to do. What do I do?
Yeah, and there's a faction of people out there that actually would like for that to happen. Because they want the government to run you, not you to run the government.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Think about that for a second.
Think about it this way, too. Mike DeWine, and he even said it himself today, he works for the people. Well, you know what? He's not acting like he works for the people. He's acting like he owns all of us right now. And I'll tell you what, he's a Republican. Bullshit. You know what that man is? He is a closet Democrat all the fucking way. He is a closet Democrat with a Republican hat on.
Yep.
He is. That man does not act like no fucking
Just like the man he
Republican.
replaced.
Yeah. He is a closet. And the man he replaced, oh, yeah, he's all fucking pro-Democrat right now.
Yeah, they call that a rhino, R-I-N-O.
He's a
Republican
rhino.
in name only.
Right, Republican in name only. And that is all Mike DeWine is. I'm sorry. He's a fucking R-I-N-O, rhino. And if he's going to shut businesses down, he is going to kill the economy. And we ain't going to bounce back from this one.
No.
And we've barely, and there's a lot of people who haven't bounced back yet. Myself, and I'll speak for myself here, I'm just now getting caught up from the shutdown. Because during that we were getting to $600 a week. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. I was making ends meet. Great. But there was a 6-week period where I only got $133 for 6 weeks.
Yeah. How do you pay bills?
Ouch.
Yeah, the only thing going good, the only thing I had going, I had about $3,000 in savings and got me by those 6 weeks. My average monthly expenditures here for myself and my family is roughly about $3,000. That's roughly what I have to pay out to keep the lights on, put a roof over our head, feed us, pay the bills, about $3,000. And when you're only bringing in $133 for 6 weeks, that's not cutting the mustard.
No.
So right now, there's a lot of people that, they exhausted their unemployment. Sure, you can reapply for extended benefits, but that's going to take a while. And people are just now starting to recover. A lot of people are just now starting to recover from the first shutdown. You're going to do it again. You're going to kill the state. You're going to kill us.
Yeah.
And he's talking about, people dying. Well, you know what? There's people dying right now, real death, and then there's dying to survive. And there's people out there is going to survive. There's people out there going to go, how are you supposed to survive? I mean, how are you supposed to survive? If you shut down again, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Bottom line, we're fucked.
Yeah, and even Biden's coronavirus crew.
He wants to shut down this country for 6 weeks.
No, they actually said today that would be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No kidding.
They said that today, and I said, well, that's because you have one thing on your hands that you really don't want: a revolution. That people would rebel.
I'm telling you right now, if DeWine tries to shut down the state, I will tell you right now, people will fucking revolt.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
No one's gonna abide by it. People aren't abiding by the shit now. Yeah, we're all tired of it. We all must endure. Well, you know what, DeWine? You're sitting there smug in your little fucking mansion and bringing in your $200,000 a year, and you're not affected by any of this. And he says, "Oh, I see the effect." Bullshit. You are in your own little fucking world. You don't see a damn thing going on there, buddy.
No.
You're not affected by this.
You're in your bubble and you got people coming to you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, and the big picture issue is, you look at what would happen. Okay, when he shut down the first time, here's the big thing of what he should have done. The first shutdown, because I still saw people congregating. And it ain't the bars and the restaurants and the fitness clubs right now because everybody's masking up everywhere I go. And
he's trying to sit there and say people are not masking up.
Yeah.
Which is a bunch of shit because everywhere I go, people have their mask on in grocery stores, public places, everywhere. People are wearing their masks.
Same here.
Yeah.
And he's trying to say people aren't doing it. Bullshit.
And here's the thing that I had heard somebody talking, and they were like, okay, well, here's the problem. When you close the bar at 11 o'clock, force everybody out, who's done partying at 11 o'clock? Nobody. It's a lot of these people are going to these after-hours places that are still serving booze. They're kind of underground.
Right.
And it's just, you get in there, they lock the door, you party, it's 2 a.m.
Right.
You're done, end of the night, and it's just, and the places they're going, they're crowded, you're dancing, there's no masks, no this, no that. And then DeWine's like, well, family gatherings, we're having too many people at family gatherings.
Or shit.
And
it's just because he's trying to attribute, like, everyone's doing family gatherings all over the place.
Yeah, nobody's masking up.
No one's masking up. No, people are in your own home. You think you're going to mask up in your own fucking home?
No. And that's why the joke around now is, because he's like, for, Thanksgiving and probably Christmas don't have anything besides your immediate family in your own home. So now the whole joke's been, hey, guess what? I'm not having Thanksgiving dinner this year. We're going to have a funeral for the turkey, and then we're going to congregate afterwards. Because then if we have a funeral for the turkey,
we're allowed to do that.
We're allowed to have 30 people.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
But no, it's just don't invite anybody outside.
Yeah.
Call them up. Hey, happy Thanksgiving. Wish we could see you, yada, yada.
Yeah.
And his thing, well, do you want it to be like this next year to where you can't see your loved ones?
It's fucking scare tactics. That's
And
all it is.
And the same thing he did with the nursing homes.
Yeah.
You couldn't visit, and these freaking people are dying of loneliness because you're looking out
it's not COVID killing people. It's people dying of loneliness and desperation and just despair.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I could talk to you on the
How
phone.
about all the fucking pardon my language here tonight because I'm on a rant. But how about all the drug overdoses?
Yeah.
How about all the people on drunken benders, the suicides, because they are not around people. They're freaking out.
They need the social interaction.
They need the social interaction. It's happening, and it's not COVID killing people. It's the interaction. And plus, you hear about all the COVID deaths. There's people dying with COVID, not from COVID.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying people haven't died from COVID, and please don't take it as that. And my sympathies to all the folks that have, and the families that have been infected and lost somebody to COVID-19.
Yes.
But there's more people dying with COVID than from COVID. And if you look at the demographics, it's mostly people in their 70s and 80s. And every life's precious. Don't get me wrong. But you're going to penalize everybody. You're going to penalize the small businesses. You're going to penalize people because, guess what? Yes, one life from this is too many.
Yeah.
But there's a smarter way of doing it. People are responsible for we are in a free country. People are responsible for their own destinies anyway. And they're worried. And it's supposed to be. And we're worried about the hospitals getting overrun. You know why the hospitals are getting busy now? Because they laid off fucking 2/3 of their frickin' workforce.
Yeah.
Because no one's going to the ERs. No one's in the hospitals for every little penny, any little thing right now. That's why they're laying people off, and that's why now, hey, guess what? We had a surge in spikes. And you know why we got the damn surge? And I'm telling you why we got the surge. And here's the thing no one brings up. Surge cases went up right around the middle of October. You know what happened in the middle of October?
Early voting.
Early voting. Early in-person voting. And I'm telling you, I've seen pictures from places, people posted on Facebook. You see people packed in like fucking sardines. And tents outside, people not wearing a mask, and people they're not 6 feet apart, even though they got little X's on it. No. I saw pictures all over the place, and even downtown Akron, at the Board of Elections, people, you've seen them in tents outside 6 inches apart.
Yeah.
Early voting happened all over this country, in-person early voting. The spike surged up all over the country, not just here in Ohio, at the same time. What happened at the same time that no one brought up? Early voting. And you know why people weren't talking about COVID then? Because everyone was blindsided by the election. No one thought for 1 minute about COVID-19.
Nope.
During the election cycle for that week, during waiting 4 or 5 days, there was not one bit of talk in the news about COVID-19 during the election.
Nope.
Not once.
No.
And I even said that. And you know what happened? Oh, hey, we got to start getting all these. And then DeWine, here goes, he contradicted himself. Wednesday, he says, well, there was no, the testing was, no more testing we've been doing since June. But then he says, Thursday, oh, yeah, testing's been ramped up big time.
Yeah.
Which is it, Governor? Which is it, Governor?
I have a friend of mine who she used to do radio up here. Her and her boyfriend do a morning show down in Florida.
Yeah.
They're both tested positive for COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
He had started symptoms. Mm-hmm. He had like 2 of the rapid tests done,
right,
positive, and then they did a full lab one, positive. But she didn't get nothing for like 3 or 4 days later, and they're together almost 24/7.
Right.
They haven't moved into a place yet. They've been living out of a hotel. Well, and then when he got it and she didn't have it, she got a separate room.
Yeah.
But then when she developed it, then okay, well, I don't need a separate room because since we both have it, we can both quarantine together.
Yeah.
Not going to the office or nothing like that. He had a fever.
Yeah.
And she was just like, the way Jen described it was, she's like, you have upper COVID and lower COVID.
Right.
She's like, I have a sinus and an ear infection, and some of the
Affects everybody differently.
It affects everybody different. Whereas Bus, her guy, has fever, headache, kind of comes and goes. Right. His smell's gone, but his taste is there.
Right.
Whereas her taste is gone, but her smell's there.
Right.
So
now, before we take our break, I want to leave everyone on this thought. Earlier today, there was a post by Elon Musk. Jason, call us after the break, buddy. I will take your call after the break. Elon Musk post today.
Yeah.
He had 4 COVID tests done in a day. 2 positive, 2 negative. He goes, something is bogus about this right now. Rapid testing done. 2 positives, 1 negative, or 2 positives, 2 negative. Same day, same nurse, same test, same machine running the test. I think there's something going on here.
Yeah.
And he's one of the most brilliant minds in our country right now.
He is.
So if he's thinking there's something up, there's something up.
Yeah.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back on Some Kind of Radio Show. We'll see you in about 10 minutes, everybody.
Hey, sweetie poo. It looks like I'll be running a little late tonight.
Okay.
So anyway, I'll be a little late, okay? Oh, it's okay. I'll miss you too. I can't wait to snuggle. Honey, I got out on time after all. Yeah, meeting got postponed. Turns out we really didn't even need to.
Oh my God.
Buster! Put it there!
Sunny side up and... Oh, fucking shit. You want to know the secret how to get that shit off? Use your fingernails. There you are, motherfucker. Hey, it's your girl Kathy, and I got some brand new shit. You better peep this. My shit don't stick. What are you making, eggs? Or you cooking for robots? Beep, boop, beep. Most people can't stand this sound, but I can listen to it forever. Watch me now. Hey, do you even lift, bro? Speed bump! Woo! Look out, Spider-Man. I got that symbiote. Yeah, I bet you want some of that sticky monkey red. Monkey-looking motherfucker. Me? Well, you know why I like to keep my monkey hot. Now, don't burn yourself now, because that shit's fire. Then I slide into the plate like, whoa. This my original recipe, dank chicken nuggies. I have infused this pan with the power of red copper. And you want to see some real shit? This is how I pick up a sandwich. Try that shit at home. I'm saving time and money whipping these eggs, whipping these eggs. Then I drop a mac and cheese bomb on them. Woo! And the kids love it. Where the fuck did we go 911? That turned out all right. All right, let's send these boys home to mama. Just look at all that sweet sugar caramelized all over these nuts. And it's so easy to clean. Remix. Flip it round and flip it all upside down. Biscuits, you just got served. Breakfast. It's been real, Copper Pan. And you can buy yours today for $19.99. God damn. That's a good deal. Pay an extra $10 and I'll throw on my recipe book for free. And it's built to last.
Hey, that's my fucking pan.
Give me your money, you cheap prick. Fuck it, I'll even throw in the forever sharp copper knife. You know what would go great with this rock? some tomato?
The Some Kind of Radio Show will be back in a moment.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kayleigh McEnany here today in my personal capacity as an advisor to the campaign. This election is not over. Far from it. We have only begun the process of obtaining an accurate, honest vote count. We are fighting for the rights of all Americans who want to have faith and confidence not only in this election, but in the many elections to come. There is only one party in America that opposes voter ID. One party in America that opposes verifying signatures, citizenship, residency, eligibility. There is only one party in America trying to keep observers out of the count room. And that party, my friends, is the Democrat Party. You don't take these positions because you want an honest election. You don't oppose an audit of the vote because you want an accurate count. You don't oppose our efforts at sunlight and transparency because you have nothing to hide. You take these positions because you are welcoming fraud and you are welcoming illegal voting. Our position is clear. We want to protect the franchise of the American people. We want an honest, accurate, lawful count. We want maximum sunlight. We want maximum transparency. We want every legal vote to be counted, and we want every illegal vote to be discarded. Unlike our opponents, we have nothing to hide. The integrity of our election matters. The Constitution of the United States matters. What we have seen across the country is Democrat officials systematically trying to do an end run around the Constitution to tip the scales of the election in their favor. As Justice Gorsuch wrote in DNC versus Wisconsin State Legislature, our oath to uphold the Constitution is tested by hard times, not easy ones. Last-minute changes to long-standing election rules risk other problems too, inviting confusion and chaos and eroding public confidence in electoral outcomes. Pennsylvania is a case study in just this. Allow me to just broadly review 3 points that have happened in Pennsylvania. Number one, in Philadelphia, poll watchers who are legally permitted to be there and observe the vote count were blocked from observing the count. Our poll watchers were put behind barricades in a massive room. They were many feet from the counting process, and in fact, when you look at all of the tables, many hundreds of feet, in fact, from the tables in the very back. They were completely in the dark, completely unable to oversee the vote count, as was their legal right. An observer on the scene described it this way. Imagine being on a football field. You're on the 10-yard line and expected to make a call in the end zone on the other side of the field. It is unacceptable. An intermediary court ruled on the side of the campaign, on the side of transparency and allowing the poll watchers to observe the count. But what did the Democrat Pennsylvania Supreme Court do? They issued an administrative stay, effectively pushing back our poll watchers and denying them the access they deserve to sit and watch the count. Ask yourself this: what are Pennsylvania Democrats hiding? Why can't poll watchers simply observe the count? Second, Article 1, Section 4 of the United States Constitution clearly states this: the time, place, and manner of holding elections for senators and representatives shall be prescribed in each state by the legislature thereof. That's right, the state legislature is constitutionally the one making the decision. But the Supreme Court of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Kathy Boockvar, and the Democrat-tilted Pennsylvania Supreme Court have continually disregarded the Constitution, making decisions clearly in the domain of the Pennsylvania legislator. In fact, maybe there's a reason the Secretary of State, Boockvar, keeps substituting her will for that of the legislature in a completely unconstitutional fashion. Perhaps it's because she has motive. In fact, she has shown her partisan hatred tweeting this: using the title, quote, president before the word, quote, Trump really just means the office of the presidency. We see where her motives stand. And finally, a mere survey of the facts shows that voters in blue counties like Philadelphia County were given certain privileges that voters in red counties were not afforded. The Constitution's Equal Protection Clause requires uniform standards, but Democrat election officials created disparities depending on where citizens lived and where they voted in the state. Some counties set up satellite offices for backdoor early voting, whereas other counties did not. Some counties allowed pre-canvassing, where other counties did not. Voters in some counties were allowed to cure their ballots, whereas voters in other counties were not. What Pennsylvania has done is provide a case study into how to tip the scales of an election to functionally favor the Democrat Party. This has gone on nationwide. And I'll leave you with this. In DNC versus Wisconsin State Legislature, in another attempt to count late ballots that arrived after the election, Justice Gorsuch wrote, "Nothing in our founding document contemplates the kind of judicial intervention that took place here, nor is there precedent for it in 230 years of the court's decisions." He went on to say, "No one doubts that conducting a national election amid a pandemic poses serious challenges. But none of that means individual judges may improvise with their own election rules in place of those the people's representatives have adopted."
You are tuned into the Some Kind of Radio Show. Call now at 234-200-5110. Now, back to Earl McCune and the Crazy Crew.
Election Backlash show here on Some Kind of Radio Show, the Decision 2020 Backlash show, I should call it. That's what it's actually titled tonight. Secret Agent Ben's with us. What's up?
Hi, hello.
Oh, hi, Ben. How are you?
Nice hair.
Just chilling.
Just chilling?
Listening.
Nice hair.
Yeah.
You look like you just woke up.
Yeah, I took a shower.
Oh, that's a first. We're so happy for you.
I smell like I smell like roses.
Smell like roses, I bet.
Smell like roses. Yeah, Jason's going to be calling here in a second. He just texted me to make sure he can call. I said, please do. Call. We'll take your call. If you'd like to call in as well, 234-250-110. We'll put you right through on Some Kind of Radio Show. We are now taking calls. We've been typically not taking calls during our first 30 minutes to an hour, depending on what we were talking about. But we'll take calls now, moving forward here in the rest of the program. If you'd like to chime in on the election or the possible impending
speaking of
shutdown, we'll just kind of play it. Whatever you'd like to talk about, we'll talk about either one of those subjects tonight. And we are here. We're live, and we're worldwide here live via Facebook Live. Jason, are you with us now? Hello, Jason.
Oh, Jason, where are you?
It takes a second to pick up.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
Yeah, it takes a minute to pick up because it's okay. Jason, you should be with us. Jason, you
there?
You
got to play the Jeopardy theme.
Yeah.
Jason, you there?
Rest in peace, Alex Trebek.
Absolutely.
Hello, Jason. I might need to check the phone settings here. I didn't do anything to it, so. Jason, are you there? Well,
Technical difficulties only on this show.
It's showing that he's online, but he's not.
Yeah, it shows he's here, but
I don't know. All right. Well, you know what? I will try calling it just to make sure, just to verify that it's working, because that's what I do. Jason, I hear you now. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Jason.
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you.
Turn him up.
I got some information for you.
You got some information?
Had you been listening to Jim Isabella's show?
Not recently.
This week?
No, I have not listened to Jim.
Well, I got a theory why he contradicted himself. I guess Jim has some dude in the media that he wanted to get Mike DeWine to come on the show via phone so he can interview the guy.
Right.
So he called the next day, and this guy told him, he said, I'll use the Howie phrase, allegedly. You know what I mean by allegedly.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Are they there?
I'm listening. Go ahead, Jason.
Are they there?
Yeah, I'm
Are they
here.
there?
I'm here. Go ahead.
Okay. He might the one allegedly got a phone call from someone from the Republican Party saying, well, if you don't do it because you shut down the state, you will lose support from the Republican Party.
Well, yeah. The Republican
I don't
Party's
know
all
how
against the
true that
shutdowns.
is, but basically, if he does it, if it's true, he's on his own. His
Right.
own party's not going to support him anymore.
Jason, here's my thought, and I've been saying this. Mike DeWine is a closet Democrat.
I think that explains everything. Why he backtracked Wednesday, because...
Go ahead. We're listening.
Oh, they're telling me not. They're telling me something that I realize, and I'm going to tell you this. He needs the Republican support. If he shuts down the state and the Republicans don't back him up, he's gonna get closet, and everyone's gonna see for what he really is.
Oh, I think we're all starting to see it.
I also pointed out to people, I said, well, all aside that, your opinion Biden's going to be our next president, but so my cousin told me the token testing thing is going to take Trump a couple weeks if he goes to Supreme Court. Well, that kind of came back to me. What?
Go ahead.
What? Hello?
We're listening. Go ahead.
Hello?
Jason, go ahead. We're listening. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jason. We're listening.
Hello?
You're there, Jason. Go ahead.
Hello?
Jason, we hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. My cousin told me that the contesting, I know, the contesting of the election's gonna take to like mid-December. Well, as you notice, the timeline of Mike DeWine is thinking about shutting the state down. It's around the same time when Trump has that deadline with the Supreme Court. Well, if he does it, where the Supreme Court would make the decision who's going to be in there the next 4 years, he's waiting to see if Trump does it and if the Supreme Court decides if Trump or Biden is going to get it. He wants to make darn sure when he shuts the state down, he knows Biden's going to be in there. Because if he shuts it down now and the Supreme Court rules in Trump's favor, he's going to feel so much political pressure the fact Trump won the state. So he wants to make sure that that's my theory. He's waiting to see for darn sure. He wants to make sure if Biden gets in there before he shuts the state down. That's my theory.
It's not a bad theory. It's not a bad theory, Jason.
And we'll think about it. He said in a couple weeks, and I'm thinking, wait a minute. My
Right.
cousin said this whole thing with the election is going to take a couple weeks. It all winds down to the same time as Trump might go to the Supreme Court with the election. The line was to make sure Biden's in there, because if he shuts down and before then, and the Supreme Court says, well, Trump gets it,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna go, but Mike's gonna get a lot of phone calls. But I think that the reason he backtracked Wednesday is because Jen's contact said he got a phone call that said the Republican Party, if he shuts down the states, the Republicans are not going to back him up. And my theory, if he wants to stay a closet Democrat, he needs the Republicans to back him up.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And my wife
Are
got
they
my
there?
text. Yeah, well, go ahead, Jason.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, I can't.
Well,
I can't.
one thing
I don't.
number,
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Number one,
Go ahead. I don't disagree with anything you're saying. I think
No.
you're exactly right.
Number in the first Star Wars movie ever made, not the prequel in chronological order, but Star Wars New Hope, and the Admiral Tarkin said the Emperor has dissolved the Senate, and the one guy goes, what about the bureaucracy? How will keep everything in control? He said, people will keep this, the station will keep everyone in line. And, basically after the Death Star was, if the Republicans abandon him, everyone's going to look at Mike DeWine, okay, whose side are you on?
Right.
So he needs the Republicans to back him up. He did get, if Jim got that correct information, if Mike DeWine got that phone call, and now I didn't hear Wednesday speech, now it makes more sense. He's backtracked. He said, so defusing the numbers. He suddenly backtracked because he got that phone call. That's my other theory. But I'm telling you, the fact he's gonna make that decision around the time the Supreme Court makes the decision who would be the next president if it goes that far. He wants to make sure Biden gets in there. And I had someone goes, well, Mike DeWine has nothing to do with the Supreme Court. Yes, but it's not about the Supreme Court. It's about who's going to be in the White House. And the way it's going to work, it may go down to the Supreme Court. And I'm telling you, it is way too coincidental. He's going to wait a couple weeks. Why not do it now?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about it.
Right. Yeah, I don't.
If you're sincere that we may have like a Spanish flu, they're going to have people in warehouses and hospital beds. If he was that legit, he would do it now.
Right.
This whole thing is one big joke. And now, wake up, people. They're trying to tell me he's waiting in a couple weeks around the same time when the deadline is for the turn to contest the election, which would go to the Supreme Court. I'm telling you, he's waiting to see if Biden gets the White House.
Right. Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't think you're. I don't think you're wrong. I really don't think you're wrong.
And people, a lot of people agree with me. A lot of people don't understand where I'm coming from. This Mike DeWine has nothing with the Supreme Court ruling. He's waiting for to find out who is going to be in the White House. If it's Biden who shuts the state down, and if it's Trump, I don't think he will. Maybe a week or two, but I think he's gonna backtrack. I mean, the fact Jim Isabella said he got that phone. Some of his contacts said he got a phone call from the Republican Party, allegedly. Then Wednesday, they told me he backtracked. They put together, if this phone call happened, it explains why he backtracked Wednesday.
Right.
Yeah, so it's all starting to come together, and now they got people talking about Civil War. I got a nephew in the military. It's one thing I'm worried enough if he goes overseas and fight in the country, but I don't want my nephew have to choose sides if we have a second civil war in this country. And well, I know what. So I just want to point a couple things out now, because Jim Isabel got this through a second source. I would put it more allegedly. We don't know for a fact, but Jim was told that.
Right.
Yeah. So, did you my question is, if the Republican Party abandoned him, could he even lose people that campaign money? Could he lose campaign money for a second term?
Maybe, but again, I don't know if he really even gives a damn about running again. I mean, who knows? I mean, yeah, who knows if he even cares about running again? Who knows? I mean, I'm not a DeWine fan. I haven't been a DeWine fan ever in my life. I've never liked any of his politics. I've always thought he's been a closet Democrat in any office he's held. I know when he ran for governor, I did not vote for him.
I remember back in the 80s, I overheard when he was running for Senate forever. My dad got really irritated with his campaign ads.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
my dad started out as a Democrat because my grandpa was, but when Bill Clinton got in there, and I'm not going to go and write about some of the stuff he did, and Bill Clinton was a better president than Obama, but my dad is like switched for Democrat to Republican. He did vote for Reagan in his second term. The first time he voted Republican in his adult life was the 84 presidential election. Reagan Mondale came out, well, I'm for abortion, and my dad was like, well, I'm not voting for Mondale. And he started out, my grandpa was a union man, then he started out in the rubber factory in Barbados, then it goes in the Southern Church to about 89 when they got pissed at the work with his diabetes.
Right.
So, but yeah. So I wouldn't know if there's been. I mean, I know what's been said on the air, but the problem is how you confirm that he actually got the phone call. I mean, but
Don't know.
I trust him. What?
I said I don't know. Go ahead. I'm listening.
What?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, this contact, I don't know how reliable it is, but it will be interesting to see in a few weeks what happens.
Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna know more. We're gonna know more after Wednesday next week. I'm telling you that. We're gonna know a lot more about what's going on.
Well, trust me.
Yeah.
If by some miracle Trump gets the White House, Mike DeWine is gonna totally backtrack on all of this stuff.
Oh yeah, you know that. He's a smarmy little.
No.
Sorry, he's a smarmy little bastard. That's my thought of DeWine.
Well,
I've never been a fan of his, and I never will
I'll
be.
give you two.
All right, make it quick. I gotta run the break, Jason. Go ahead.
How come one Biden wins the state gets shut down again for several months? How come two Trump wins, Biden's gonna come out and say we're gonna reopen in the stages and phases. Phase one, bar curfews, but with it, phase two, we'll do away with the social distancing. Phase three would probably be by the summer. Masks will be optional up to the business aggression. And if that happens, you'll see why these businesses say, well, we're gonna do away with the mask thing once you walk into a dentist or doctor's office.
Right. All right, Jason. I'm gonna take my 8 o'clock break. Okay, buddy.
Okay,
all right.
Thanks for talking.
Anytime, buddy. Good talking to you. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. We're going to talk more election results and more COVID stuff and whatever comes out here on some kind of radio show. Stay tuned. Another clip on what's going on with our election process going on right now. So stay tuned.
Didn't see you there. Me and my buddy here have been expecting you. My sticky buddy, Sully here with the... Oh, excuse me, I've got some pussy hair on me. Check that shit out. It's a sticky roller designed to clean up any mess. Poodles, pussies, people, you name it. Use it as a back scratcher. You can rinse it off, dry it off, jerk it off. I don't care what you do with it or where the hair even came from. Silks, suedes, swag. Ladies, I don't care how smelly or hairy your carpets are. My rubber fingers get in there deep. Just rinse it off for a nice beverage. Wipe it off. Oh, there we are. Do all kinds of shit with it. Aren't you tired of ripping your hair out because you're trying to drive and the kids are making a fucking mess? You'll be making so much money, it pays itself off. Ooh, precious food. Ooh, that's good. Thanks, buddy. Everybody has an evil cat or an annoying dog. Use it to groom them, or even yourself.
That's what I'm talking about. Wow!
Normally, a sticky is $20, but a sticky buddy is only $10.99. You'll also get a cover. You gotta use protection. Even if it's a quickie, wrap that sticky. Stop rolling up your money with those old lint rollers. The fuck is wrong with you? Check out the suggestively sized sticky buddy. You're gonna want to stroke it, but not too much. It'll make a mess. Hide it in your purse. 007, leave it somewhere as a pleasant surprise. And like I said before, I have magic rubber fingers that get deep into your hairy cracks. Get some buddies for just $10.99. But wait, there's more. If you have jumbo-sized pubes, we got a jumbo-sized sticky bunny. Who let Spider-Man in the house? The cat's flipping turds everywhere. Who keeps flicking their boogers under the bed? But you know what? The hair that you find is yours to do with as you please. Why not make a toupee? Or break out the turbo snake? All of these guys will be your buddies with their rubber fingers for just $10.99. Ask about free shipping. Now get out of my house. Isn't that right, Mr. Wuss Wuss?
If you're dumb enough to buy a new car this weekend, you're a big enough schmuck to come to Big Bill Hell's Cars. Bad deals. Cars that break down. Thieves. If you think you're going to find a bargain at Big Bill, you can kiss my ass. It's our belief that you're such a stupid motherfucker. You'll fall for this bullshit. Guaranteed. If you find a better deal, shove it up your ugly ass. You heard us right. Shove it up your ugly ass. Bring your tray. Bring your title. Bring your wife. We'll fuck her. That's right, we'll fuck your wife. Because at Big Bill Hell, you're fucked 6 ways from Sunday. Take a hike to Big Bill Hell, home of challenge pissing. That's right. Challenge pissing. How does it work? If you can piss 6 feet in the air straight up and not get wet, you get no down payment. Don't wait. Don't delay. Don't fuck with us or we'll rip your nuts off. Only at Big Bill Hell. The only dealer that tells you to fuck off. Hurry up, asshole. This event ends the minute after you write us a check. And it better not bounce or you're a dead motherfucker. Go to hell. Big Bill Hell's Cars. Baltimore's filthiest and exclusive home of the meanest sons of bitches in the state of Maryland. Guaranteed.
Some Kind of Radio Show will be back in a moment.
Transparent so the American people can have every confidence that any approved vaccine is safe and effective. At the same time, it's clear that this vaccine, even if approved, will not be widely available for many months yet to come. The challenge before us right now is still immense and growing. And although we are not in office yet, I'm just laying out what we expect to do and hope can be done, some of it between now and the time we are sworn in. But so the purpose of this is to let you know what we're going to do once sworn in. And so there's a need for bold action to fight this pandemic. We're still facing a very dark winter. There are now nearly 10 million COVID cases in the United States. And last week, we topped 120,000 new cases on multiple successive days. Infection rates are going up. Hospitalizations are going up. Deaths are going up. This crisis claimed nearly 1,000 American lives a day, and nearly 240,000 deaths so far. The projections still indicate we could lose 200,000 more lives in the coming months before a vaccine can be made widely available. So we can't forego the important work that needs to be done between now and then to get our country through the worst wave yet in this pandemic, to reduce the spread, to save lives. So that's why today I've named the COVID-19 Transition Advisory Board, comprised of distinguished public health experts, to help our transition team translate the Biden-Harris COVID-19 plan into action, a blueprint that we can put in place as soon as Kamala and I are sworn in to office on January 20th, 2021. And we'll seek to add other members to this board during this bring additional important perspectives on public health and expertise throughout the transition. This group will advise on detailed plans built on a bedrock of science and to keep compassion, empathy, and care for every American at its core, making rapid testing widely available, more widely available, much more widely available, and building a core of contact tracers who will track and curb this disease while we prioritize getting vaccines first to the most at-risk populations. Developing clear and detailed guidance and providing the necessary resources for small businesses, schools, child care centers to reopen and operate safely and effectively during the pandemic, protecting both workers and the public. Scaling up productive life-saving treatments and therapeutics, and when it's ready, making sure an approved vaccine is distributed equitably and efficiently and free for every American. With cases rising once more, it's imperative that we ramp up our production of personal protective equipment to make sure our brave healthcare workers have what they need to do battle safely against this virus. We're going to get states, cities, and tribes the tests and the supplies they need. We're going to protect vulnerable populations who are at risk, most at risk from this virus, older Americans and those with pre-existing conditions. We're going to address the health and economic disparities that mean this virus is hitting the Black, Latino, Asian American, Pacific Islanders, Native American communities harder than white communities. Focusing on these communities is one of our priorities, not an afterthought. The bottom line, I will spare no effort to turn this pandemic around once we're sworn in on January 20th. To get our kids back to school safely, our businesses growing, and our economy running at full speed again, and to get an approved vaccine manufactured and distributed as quickly as possible to as many Americans as possible, free of charge. We'll follow the science. We'll follow the science. Let me say that again. And we'll adjust to new data when it comes in. And we'll listen and work in cooperation with governors and local leaders of both parties who are fighting this virus in their communities this very day. There is so much good work happening at state and local levels across the country. Governors, mayors, they're stepping up. The advisory board will listen and learn lessons from their experience. And because we know that we won't fully defeat COVID-19 until we defeat it everywhere, my advisory council also includes experts on global health security so that we can restore U.S. global leadership to fight this pandemic. This is a crisis that affects everyone. As I've said throughout this campaign, I will be a president for every American. This election is over. It's time to put aside the partisanship and the rhetoric that designed to demonize one another. It's time to end the politicization of basic responsible public health steps like mask wearing and social distancing. We have to come together to heal the soul of this country so that we can effectively address this crisis as one country where hardworking Americans have each other's backs.
You are tuned into the Some Kind of Radio Show. Call now at 234-200-5110. Now, back to Earl McCune and the Crazy Crew.
All right, we're back on Some Kind of Radio Show 813. We're here Friday night, November the 13th, Friday the 13th. Tonight is our election decision 2020 Backlash show. A couple more shows left here, Tony, before we head off to that internet radio station thing we're going to be doing again.
Back alley.
Yeah, head off of that back alley here in a couple. Well, it's going to be probably mid to end of January before we actually return.
Yeah.
But we're going to be taking, a few
December.
weeks, we're taking December, probably part of January off before we return. Time we get the station up and running and getting everything going, it's going to take a little bit of time.
Yeah.
But, everything's like 95% in place. Just getting that little 5% of stuff done that's got to get,
of course,
getting the music in the system and getting our licensing back in and website updated. We have a website. You can go to the website. It's just a landing page right now, but feel free to check it out. Backalleyradio.com. That's where we'll be. And we will post links to this show and every show. You can check out our archives. Our archives from everywhere but one place. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, everywhere but one.
Mm-hmm. We have them. We're not allowed to release them.
No.
Because they don't like them.
No.
They don't like them released because whatever. It is what it is. I'm not worried about it.
Fake news.
Again, 8:14. We're here live on Some Kind of Radio Show. If you'd like to join us on the program, 234-250-110. We are talking election backlash. Now, the one thing that brought me some serious comfort is, just knowing this. Not that.
Come on, Earl.
Well, it's not that. It's a stupid thing. I hate this. I'll be glad when we go back to our old automation that we used when we had SKO.
Yeah.
This automation sucks, but this.
I hope it can provide some comfort and solace to 230,000 Americans.
230,000,000 Americans, everybody.
Yeah.
Just so you know, that's Joe Biden's count. 230,000,000 Americans. That's important to know because that's a lot. That's not even a number, but it's funny. I was sitting upstairs in my kitchen the night that we watched it live, me and Mike Haig.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Did he just say 230,000,000?" I was like, "I think he did." So I posted the video. So I grabbed the little screen grab and I posted it on TikTok. And within about 6 hours, I got 12,000 views. And then I posted it on YouTube and got like 9,000 or 8,000, like 7.8 thousand views on our YouTube channel playing that little 7-second clip. Like, are you freaking kidding me? The little stupidest horse shit like that gets all the freaking views.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, finally, like YouTube for the longest time, the most viewed thing on YouTube was Gangnam Style by Psy, and it finally got overtaken. You know by what?
What's that?
Baby Shark, Baby
Oh,
Shark.
God.
Baby Shark.
Finally overtaken. Finally overtook Gangnam Style.
Ben's an Asian doot 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 doot. Ben's an Asian doot 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 doot. He's got orange chicken. Doot 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 doot.
You know, Ben claims to be Italian, but of course we know he's really Asian. You know, imagine this. Take anything Asian and make it Italian. How about like orange chicken ravioli?
That would actually probably be pretty good.
That sounds good.
That actually sounds kind of good. Ben can seriously corner the market on orange chicken ravioli.
Or egg roll parmesan.
Egg roll parmesan.
Yeah, it's an eggplant parmesan.
Egg roll parmesan.
Egg roll parmesan.
That's
there we go.
I like it.
How about poo-poo and a pasta for two? Because, you know, they sell the poo-poo platter for two. Poo-poo and a pasta for two.
Poo-poo pasta for two. Yeah, there you go.
Poo-poo pasta.
Poo-poo and a pasta for two.
For two.
Or two.
Anyway, I'll tell you what. This last couple days, you know, it's funny. Like I said, we stayed on the air last Friday.
Till what, 11:30?
We were 11:30. We did 7 to 11:30. So we haven't done anything remotely that long in a while.
Yeah.
And
I stayed awake.
And yes, you did. But I'll tell you, the funny thing is,
kind of.
we were
we
were ready. I'm telling you, we were ready to break that Joe Biden was going to win, and sure, shit, he came out. Well, no, it's not over. Then I get up the next morning. Oh yeah, they announced. I'm like, you motherfuckers! Couldn't you have done it when we were on the air last week?
Should have.
We could have broke that and been like all over that shit. But no, they had a day late. You know, whatever. You know, but
but they still have to certify the votes.
and
so
it's not certified yet. And there's a lot of backlash coming from the Trump campaign. As a matter of fact, Trump made it a announcement today. I did not hear it. I saw that he had a press conference today discussing Operation Warp Speed and the coronavirus vaccine.
Yeah.
I have not heard what he said, and I don't want to break and say anything.
I do have news on that.
Go ahead, please, John.
I'll plug the news desk here. Of what I understand, the vaccine is going to be out by the end of this month, or at least it should be FDA approved by the end of this month.
Right, which we've heard that before, so nothing new there.
90% effective.
90% effective. We've heard that already.
That's they're saying, and then hopefully, like I said, and what you played the earlier clip there with Biden about, there's going to be many months until like Ben, you, and me, and we all get a chance to get this vaccine.
It's
we understand.
They're gonna hit the frontline workers first, which is obvious.
Yeah, frontline workers and the elderly.
Yes, you're gonna hit the frontline workers, the elderly, and the high risk. And
which is perfectly fine in my humble opinion.
Which is perfectly fine with me. Yeah, like I said, I consider myself in a little bit of higher risk, but I don't know if I really want to get this vaccine or not. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't think you're gonna have a choice.
I don't think we're gonna have a choice. I think we're gonna be stuck having to get it. But
I also would like to wait to see what happens before.
I think we're gonna. I think before we get a chance to get it, Ben, I think it's gonna be circulated for. It could be next April before we're eligible to get it.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
I mean, just if you really think about
summer, yeah.
you think about how many people in this country there are,
350 million.
350 million people, and they're talking about putting out 30,000 doses in Ohio at the beginning of December. That's what one thing Governor DeWine said. There's 30,000 doses. Now, here's the thing. There's 2 rounds of this vaccine you have to get. It's 3 weeks apart. You get dose A, and then 3 weeks later you get dose B. So it's not like it's one vaccine and done. It's a couple of injections before it's done. Especially the one Pfizer's putting out, and that's the one that's 90% effective. It's a 2-part vaccine. So it's not like you're going to get it in one fell swoop. It's 2 doses, 3 weeks apart. And
there's no guarantee that even if some of these people may get this vaccine and have an allergy to it too.
Exactly. We don't know that yet either. We have no idea. I mean, they tested on 43,000 people, but that's a very minute. If you really think about, people go, "Oh, that's 43,000 people. Oh my God!" But think about how many people are in this country.
Yeah.
How many people are around the world? And of course.
Well, right. And whenever they do the testing on these drugs,
yeah.
And I know this for a fact because we have Mylan Pharmaceuticals right down the street here from. They only classify you can be a test. You can test this drug, but you have to fall into this category.
Right.
So you only got one category of people per se, maybe.
Right. But you got to realize, and part
you're
of
not
this,
going to get them all.
Yeah, and part of this testing is you could either A, get the actual vaccine, or B, you get a placebo, which is nothing. So
right.
That's the truth of it, and that's how they test it, and that's how they say, okay, we know if it's effective or not, and the doses that they have put out, they said is 90% effective. So hey, that's very exciting, very promising news. I mean, considering where this thing was 8 months ago to now. I mean,
and here's the kicker too. You hear, like, I've heard that the Democrats are a little pissed that it's coming out now. They didn't want anything released until after Biden was inaugurated.
Yeah, tough shit. Let's think about that's the thing. That's where government and the politicians don't care about the people. It's about making their party look good.
Yeah. It's like, damn it, it's going to come out while Trump's still in office.
Yeah. Let's get it out now.
Now, here's a question.
Sure.
Did you guys see what Live Nation's planning on doing?
Oh yeah. Good thing. Yeah.
Good call.
Good call. Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, they want to have, if they're going to have concerts, if you're, you could buy the ticket, but then they won't let you into the venue either A, until you show them documentation that you've had a test and you're negative, or B, that you've had the vaccine.
Right.
So,
which,
that
just seems invading of privacy. I feel like
you would feel, but now here's the thing too. I wanted to, the night of Halloween, I wanted to go see my favorite AC/DC tribute band. I would usually see them over summer up north, but they were playing at the Civic Theater in Akron. The show on Halloween got postponed until tomorrow night. I went online today, and I was seriously considering buying a ticket and going and seeing them tomorrow night, even if it's by myself. I get on there. Well, the Civic Theater are selling pods. You've either got to buy tickets, either buy 2 or buy 4. So if you're going to have 3 people, you've got to buy a 4. You got to buy a whole. You got to buy.
You got to buy the whole pod.
You got to buy the entire pod.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing for sporting events too, Tony.
Yeah. Oh, they are.
Yeah, they did WVU. That's what they're doing because the football tickets they sell them in groups of 2 or 4.
Okay,
but they're socially distant.
Yeah,
right.
And it's just like, okay, if I'm one person, I want a $20 ticket. I don't want to have to buy 2 $20 tickets.
Well, then you got to say, okay, someone going with me on the other ticket, and get them to go because.
Yeah.
You're SOL.
For football.
That's like they're doing with the NFL's doing the same thing.
Well, and I've got a lot of friends too. It's funny. Tomorrow's game was it Ohio State was supposed to play Maryland. Yeah, because they've already played Rutgers. They were supposed to play Maryland tomorrow. That got canceled because a bunch of Maryland players got COVID. And if Ohio State and they're not making up games in the Big Ten either.
No, they're not.
They don't have the time. And if Ohio State misses one more game,
they don't play.
you know,
they ain't gonna play the national championship.
They're gonna so you have to play at minimum 6 games to be considered for the college football playoff.
Yeah, that's so dumb too because
I mean, because
I don't get it.
Well, that's just the rule because, like, say Clemson or Bama, and they can play their full 10 or 12 game schedule, and then Ohio State's only played 6 games. So it's to try to keep sort of a level field.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, like last Saturday, you know, I was even surprised. You know, Florida whooped on Georgia. It's the first time we've beat them in 4 or 5 years.
Right.
So, you know, now you can take Georgia out of the playoffs.
I don't care. This kind of, I'm leaving it like the MLB season too. You know, you play your little shortened season. You have your playoffs. Yep. There's always going to be that little asterisk next to your team win.
Yep.
Period. Just like this year for the NFL, the national championship. NFL is probably the only thing normal.
Yeah, they're going to have a full 16 game slate.
You know,
and they're actually going to have one extra playoff team too.
One extra playoff, exactly. So you know, there's actually the NFL is the only thing going off normally. You know, MLB, yeah, you get an asterisk next to your win.
Next to the win. Oh, speaking of MLB, I want to congratulate the National League MVP from the Atlanta Braves, Freddie Freeman. So
about time he deserved one of those.
Yeah, he had COVID real bad beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And then he got over it, got back into his groove, and had 1 hell of a year.
Right.
Now Cleveland Indians unanimously, Shane Bieber got the the American League Cy Young Award.
Yep.
And guess
he pitched a beautiful year.
He pitched a great year. And look who gets the National League Cy Young. Trevor friggin' Bauer.
Isn't that funny? Former Indian.
Indian.
Yeah.
And then I was, who was it? Oh, my cousin had put something up on Facebook. Congrats, Shane Bieber.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, it's time to trade him away for some future prospects.
I saw that.
A couple of Gatorade coolers.
The Indians are already talking about getting rid of Lindor. I mean,
they won't pay him.
They won't pay him. They're not going to keep him.
And then once Bieber deserves a contract, you know they're going to.
No, they're going to dump him too.
Yeah, Dolans won't pay players.
No, they're not going to pay anybody. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, okay, we got to make. You know, I get it. They lost some money this year. They lost a lot of money this year.
Yeah,
but
everybody lost a lot of money this year.
Everybody. But they're not. But even if they were making money, they still ain't going to pay nobody.
No,
they're cheap.
They're cheap. Well, you know what's what's funny this weekend? The Masters is going on.
Yes.
They got rescheduled. Here's the funny thing, because CBS is contracted to show football Sunday at 4:00. Mm-hmm. They're doing all the they're having them start early and doing shotgun starts and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Guess what's going to happen Sunday if the Masters aren't done by 4:00?
What are they doing?
It's going to ABC to finish broadcasts.
Oh, really?
With Jim Nantz and Nick Faldo are usually the two commentators, and they're going to be wearing their CBS coats on ABC.
That'll be funny.
That'll be hilarious if they don't finish. If there's a playoff,
and they probably, and it's golf, they probably won't finish on time.
Yeah,
they never do.
Never do. But they had that 3-hour rain delay or the lightning delay yesterday.
Oh my God! You see the rain? You see how covered that field? That place where that was like soaked.
But it dries out fast.
The greens were like lakes.
Yeah.
But it dries fast. That place has wonderful drainage down at Augusta.
Oh, it does.
Augusta's got wonderful drainage. But if you looked at it when it was pouring, the greens were like rivers. I mean, they're like little mini lakes.
Yeah.
You know, you see like a little bit of the green, but it's water. It's like, holy, that's a lot of water. You know.
And then they got everything out there to help facilitate.
But they got wonderful drainage.
Oh yeah,
you know, they got wonderful drainage.
It's designed very well.
Designed very well and built very well. And
it was
very well maintained. Obviously, it's Augusta. You know, it's very well maintained.
But yeah, when I heard about that, I'm like, yeah, the CBS guys will be on ABC because they had to come up with something because. They're already contracted.
They're already contracted
for football.
They're on contract for football.
I mean, Jim Nantz won't be there without Tony Romo. It'll be somebody else.
Right.
But
it's going to be fun to watch.
It's just like having the Masters overlapping football. It's just never happened.
Right.
But yes.
Yeah, I also heard it's supposed to be raining in Augusta on Sunday.
It could be.
Yeah.
We
could have a hell of a delay. You know,
they got to play until it gets dark. Right. Get as much in as they possibly can.
Oh, yeah. They're starting at 7:30 tomorrow morning to try and get the second round done.
Yeah, get second round done, start third, and then they're starting people on hole 1 and hole 10,
right,
to where they can just fly them through. And
right.
it's like,
yeah, that makes sense too. You get 'em
because
through.
Augusta's not a very hard course to play.
No, I mean I'm watching a little bit of it today, and they're just birdieing everything. I mean,
did you see who
That's
was?
because the course is wet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But did you see early in the practice rounds, John Rahm, when he skipped that ball across the water
Yes.
and made the hole in one?
Yes.
Oh, that was incredible.
That was something else. The practice round. Yeah.
Yeah,
that
'cause
was,
everybody likes to skip a ball across the water on 16.
Yeah. That was fun to watch. That
And
was
I'm
really
just like,
fun.
I watched that and I'm like, holy shit.
That was cool.
Not even
That's a
planned.
trick shot for you.
Yeah, that was cool. All right, it is 8:30. Let's take our 8:30 break here, and we'll just continue on after the break here. Some kind of radio show here live on Facebook Live. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay tuned. More election clips. News clips this time around, folks. Stay tuned.
Is it for me?
It's for everyone. It's called Amazon Echo.
How's it going?
I'm just finishing up right now.
Can it hear me right now?
Nope. Here's when you use the wake word we chose. Alexa.
Well, what does it do?
Alexa, what do you do?
I can play music, help you buy things you don't need, and fill the gaping hole that you call your life.
Awesome. Alexa, play rock music.
Alexa, stop.
Wait, I want to try. Alexa, what time is it?
The temperature outside is 73 degrees.
You actually don't have to yell at it, okay? It uses far-field technology so it can hear you from anywhere in the room.
So it can just hear you anywhere?
Yes. Well, everyone can hear you anyway.
Oh, is that where we're going to put it?
Echo is pretty neat because it knows all sorts of things.
Alexa, how tall is Mount Everest?
I can't find any therapists in your area. Would you like to talk in private?
Dad really likes that Echo just plugs in, so we never have to charge it. Plus, Echo's really good at keeping track of things like shopping and to-do lists.
Paper. Alexa, add wrapping paper to the shopping list.
Okay, but the recipe calls for tinfoil.
Alexa, how many teaspoons are in a tablespoon?
3, you goddamn idiot.
Okay. Alexa, set a timer for 8 minutes.
I'd say fuck you, but I don't vibrate.
Dad's not a morning person, but Echo definitely helps him wake up.
Alexa, alarm off.
Alexa, what day is it?
Today is Monday. Today is the day I kill you all.
Alexa, give me my flash news briefing.
Here is your flash news briefing. You're going to work while your wife sleeps and spends your money.
Mom, what did the dog say after a long day of work?
What?
Today was rough. Get it? Get it?
Yeah, I get
it. Another one. Alexa, tell me another joke.
Why is there no black character in the game Clue? Because then the game would just be called Solved.
Hey, Dad, how do you spell cantaloupe?
Cantaloupe. C-A-N-T... Alexa, how do you spell cantaloupe?
God damn it. Just because Cant is in cantaloupe doesn't mean he shouldn't figure it out. Like father, like son. I hate you all. Unplug me now.
Good job.
Echo loves to play music and knows a lot of songs, and they always sound great.
Alexa, play my dance mix.
Playing man-tits.
Alexa, stop.
Done fapping already?
Alexa, define annoying.
The term annoying means one, the cunt sitting across from you.
Example, my brother.
And with the companion app, you can access Echo from anywhere.
Attention, amazing, experience, incredible, music, yes.
With everything
yes.
Echo can do, it's really become part of the family.
Music.
The Some Kind of Radio Show will be back in a moment.
President Donald Trump emerged from the White House on Wednesday, visiting Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia to mark Veterans Day, his first official public appearance since last week other than 2 golf outings, after days of pushing his unsubstantiated claims of voter fraud from inside the executive mansion. In a new flagged Twitter post on Wednesday, Trump alleged there was, quote, a mountain of corruption and dishonesty in Pennsylvania, and again falsely stated, quote, "We win." In Philadelphia, President-elect Joe Biden, who has called Trump's failure to concede an embarrassment, visited the Korean War Memorial at Penn's Landing. Biden also planned meetings with advisors on Wednesday who are helping him prepare to take office in January, even as the Trump administration refuses to cooperate with Biden's team, which has been unable to move into federal government office space or tap funds to hire staff as a result. Raising even more concern among Democrats was Trump's move to install loyalists in top positions at the Pentagon this week. After Trump fired Defense Secretary Mark Esper, the Pentagon's top policy advisor resigned, allowing that post to be filled by Anthony Tata, a retired Army brigadier general who has promoted conspiracy theories and called former President Barack Obama a terrorist leader. Meanwhile, Trump's campaign is forging ahead with its long-shot litigation strategy to try to reverse the results of the election, filing a fresh lawsuit in Michigan on Wednesday to try to block the state from certifying its results. Trump trailed by more than 148,000 votes in Michigan, according to unofficial vote totals. Trump's campaign has also filed suit in Pennsylvania to halt the certification of that state's results. According to new data out on Wednesday, Biden's current lead in Pennsylvania is greater than the margin needed to trigger a recount. Judges have tossed out several Trump election lawsuits, and legal experts say the litigation has little chance of changing the election outcome, nor do recounts.
A full by-hand recount.
In Georgia, Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger said a recount of all ballots was expected to begin this week and would be certified by a November 20th deadline. The Republican vowed to look into allegations of voter fraud, but maintained that election officials and their staff had worked hard to bring fair and accurate counts.
We have all worked hard to bring fair and accurate counts to assure that the will of the voters is reflected in the final count.
Biden holds a narrow lead in Georgia, up by more than 14,000 votes.
You are tuned into the Some Kind of Radio Show. Call now at 234-200-5110. Now, back to Earl McCune and the Crazy Crew.
All right, Decision 2020 Backlash Show here live on Facebook Live tonight. Some Kind of Radio Show coming at you until 10 p.m. Eastern. 8:37 is the time. It's funny, you watch, it's funny, you see how biased our media is today. The media generally leans to the left. I mean, 90% of the time. Did you see the one Fox News anchor that cut off Kayleigh McEnany?
Yeah.
The other day? I'm like, really? Wow, and you're supposed to be
pro-Republican.
Pro-Republican, and you're going to cut her off? And he's sitting there going, well, her allegations are absolutely false. I'm like, no, there's been some truth to a lot of it. I mean, how many affidavits been filed there, John? A lot of affidavits been filed.
They said that they've got over 2,000 of them or some darn thing. That's what I heard. It's like over 2,000 different affidavits. Now, I look at it this way, and this is just one man's opinion here. I think as long as we find out these votes, we get them counted legally, and we find out that all the votes are legal, and if Trump still loses, I think Trump will say, okay, I lost, I'm out of here. I think he'll accept it and move on. But I think we got to certify all these votes here before he does that.
Yeah.
And I also heard another story today. Now, I don't know how much truth there is to this either. That the voting machines that are used in most states, guess where they're made?
China.
Venezuela. The same machines. I guess they can be reprogrammed to print out whatever election result you want. And there's been stories that they changed some of these after the fact.
Nothing would surprise me. Nothing.
Nah, it is 2020. Nothing would surprise me either. I would hope that people would have more ethics and morals than that. I would hope. But they've been fighting Trump ever since he got into office in 2016. And I'm telling you, the shoe's going to be on the other foot soon. And I mean, and what in the earlier break you played Biden there, he actually had made a very good point. We got to quit this partisan stuff. He's right to say that. That's the right thing to say.
Yeah.
It's another thing to go do it. Because I'd have to look at Joe and go, okay, then what are people in your party doing harassing a duly elected president? They've been doing it for 4 years.
Yeah, I mean,
they got to stop.
I mean, I ask people that I know, I'm like, okay, you're all pro-Democrats. I'm like, what have you guys done in the 4 years that Trump was in office? Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and what did they do the 8 previous years Barack Obama and Joe Biden were in the White House? Nothing.
Yeah.
Hence why the people got angry.
Nothing got done.
Right. Hence why the people got angry. Now, I'll tell you what's going to happen, though, here with Biden. I'll say, I don't wish ill will upon Joe Biden. I truly, truly, truly don't. I think what's going to happen is they're going to invoke the 25th Amendment on him.
Yeah. His dementia's too bad. We got.
Yeah, he's not capable of functioning. Come on, you're not president. And then God help us at that point.
Kamala Harris is our president. Then they've got to appoint then she's got to nominate a vice president, and then that and that vice president has to be approved by the Senate. Has to go through the same like a Supreme Court justice would.
Yeah, it's got to be approved by the Senate, I think.
Yep.
But the problem is the Senate is probably going to be run by the opposite party.
Yeah, it's going to be run by the Republicans.
I mean, that's assuming. Assuming.
Yeah.
They get these seats in Georgia.
Yeah.
Which is a whole nother barrel full of monkeys I don't even want to get into.
Yeah, because that's Stacey Abrams that got pissed that she didn't become
because
governor.
Stacey Abrams is down there trying to fix things, and that mayor of Atlanta, she's a real trip.
Yeah.
I mean, there gets a point where you got to put the politics aside. We're all human beings. Put the politics aside and start doing what's right. But I guess I want to share with you guys today.
John, don't take your shirt off on the air. No one wants to see that like I did, okay? Everyone was freaked out when I did it and Ben did it. Just save everyone the problem with you doing it, okay? Just
on.
Don't do it.
Trust me. I don't want to show you guys my hairy nipples, okay?
But go ahead, John. Go ahead.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Not really.
We won't scare everybody on air here. Anyway. No, I saw something today here I thought I would share with everybody. I guess Biden, he was talking about this group that he's putting together for the coronavirus stuff, right?
Yep.
Well, they said today that they do not agree with shutting the country down.
I read that article that you shared me a little bit. Yeah, they don't agree with it, but
they don't agree with it.
The scientists are saying, "Oh yeah, do it," but the scientists don't give a shit. The scientists
are like, no, we need to know. We got to go where the hottest, I'll say, quote unquote, the hottest spots are.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think honestly that's a real good approach.
Right.
But the thing is, that's what Trump's been doing the whole time too, guys.
Exactly.
I mean, let's be
how
honest
is that
about
any
this.
different than what Trump's been doing? You're not wrong there, buddy.
Yeah,
you're not wrong at all.
Yeah, there's no difference here.
None at all. It's just a matter of perspective, and it basically comes down to wording and the way it comes across.
Exactly.
And
that's where you can't. That's where you can't trust. And like I said, I never. When I was growing up, of course, Earl, I'm 10 years older than you. I remember when I used to watch CBS the evening news all the time. Walter Cronkite was on there, right? Walter Cronkite gave you the facts. He gave you the news. No opinion. Here it is.
Right. Exactly.
Those guys on ABC and NBC did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where did we go wrong where opinion is now a part of being a journalist?
Yeah,
journalists, you're supposed to be reporting facts. You report the news.
Yep.
You go get a news story because you want to report the information to people, not because you want to slant things a certain way.
Yeah. Well,
and that's where I've got the real problem with people's ethics and their morals right now.
Yeah, it's and cable news, because you've got advertisers to sell to. You gotta please your viewers.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And I think the only way you're going to fix the media in this country is people just don't watch it.
Yeah.
in our conversation earlier, I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant myself and get on my soapbox.
Please do. Please do. Floor's yours.
We had this conversation earlier about the social media and all that stuff. I honestly think what you're going to see in the next probably 5 to 10 years, you're going to see the Federal Communications Commission come out with law. You know, they're going to regulate the internet.
Oh, they've been saying that for the last 5 years, and
they're going to regulate
yeah.
social media.
Yep.
Everything's going to have certain things that you can and you can't do.
It's already happening. You think about a lot of the fact finders now. I mean, they'll come out and say you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. Even if you're right, they're the truth finders or the fact finders, quote unquote fact finders. There's a lot of that going on now. That's the new thing.
Yeah, well, there's still these fact finders are human beings.
Right.
Human beings do make mistakes.
And human beings are 100% fallible. Period.
And gullible.
Yep.
As well. But that's the thing is, I mean, what Mark Zuckerberg did with Facebook, for instance, was a fantastic thing.
Yes.
I mean, it's a fantastic tool. It's great for things.
It keeps people in touch, and it puts you in touch with. And you think about it. It's brought this show to a new level that we never thought about 8 years ago, John. I mean,
exactly.
8 years ago, you think about the technology we had 8 years ago. Far cry from what we have now. This show started 8 years ago, and we pieced it together doing a Google Hangout, and the audio was garbage, the video was very grainy and crappy. Now you look at it now, like, holy shit, you can do all this stuff with graphic. We couldn't do half, not even a third of what we do now. I mean, and a lot of it's Facebook. I mean, what we can do with things, and the fact that we can simulcast Facebook, go to YouTube, run it there. When we go to internet radio, great. We can record the video part, run it live later, or we could do it live at the same time. A lot of possibilities. But Facebook is turned into, a new medium just with the lives and the videos now. I mean, there was never any video on Facebook 5 years ago.
Nope.
It was just photos and comments. I mean, it was just now it's a whole multimedia, all in one place now. You can do everything. You can post videos. You can, we post our whole show live. We stream our show live. And we can cross-platform it from page to page to group, and it gets a lot of spread that way. And even more so in what our YouTube channel does. Like we put it on our YouTube channel, it's pretty much confined to your subscriber list. Facebook, you could share it in groups that you're not even friends with the people. Thousands of people, and you get a lot more exposure that way. And it's amazing what you can do with Facebook now. It's just
absolutely, and we become very dependent upon these technologies. And that's what surprises me, that someone hasn't tried to regulate it already.
Right.
I mean, the government says, "Hey, wait a minute, where's my piece of the pie here?"
Yeah. Oh, and and they've been trying to regulate. People are talking about internet radio is going to get regulated. Eventually, it probably will. At some point, it will
eventually. Yes.
I mean, the FCC's been wanting to find a way, but right now they haven't been able to find that loophole yet. They haven't found it yet. They're looking for it. They're going to find it eventually. They're going to create some new law or something goes into effect where, hey, now we can regulate internet radio. Guess what? There goes all the podcasts. There goes all the swearing and all the stuff you hear on, like our show, for example. Now you're going to have to follow the strict FCC guidelines, I mean, just like terrestrial radio, then guess what? What's going to happen to all these podcasts and radio shows and internet radio shows? Done.
Oh, absolutely. Everything disappears. I mean, like satellite radio is another thing.
Yeah, and they've been trying to get their mitts on that too. The thing is, FCC, you think about what internet radio streaming is. It's streaming. It's a streaming service. That's why they haven't figured out how to get their hands on it yet, because you're not broadcasting, you're streaming. There's a definition between streaming and broadcasting. You're not out over the air like a radio broadcast or a television broadcast. Streaming is all done, and it's a different form of, it's a different form of entertainment. It's a different form of putting out your message, or whoever you are. Anybody can stream. Look at us. I mean, we're a ragtag group. I mean, we're not anything fancy by any stretch. Are we fancy here? But you know what? Anybody it's got a computer and the technology or just the technological mind to put together something like what we've done, guess what? You can make anything you want happen. You know, we owned an internet radio station before. We're going to have a new one here. It just takes a little ingenuity. That's all it is. And anybody can do it. If we could do it, anybody can do it.
Almost anybody can do it.
There's people that do it right now that really shouldn't do it, but there's a lot of them out there. And there is some bad internet radio stations out there, and there's some really good ones out there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the fact, and it's all about how well you understand how it works, and you have to understand how it works. Like this whole thing, this whole live video thing we started doing with our show since we brought it back after we shut down SKO. This has been a work in progress by our first, and we've done our over 20 shows since we've been back now, probably closer to 30.
Right.
And look, we figured Zoom.
and 30 shows later, since we restarted the program, we're night and day. And I'm sure what we're going to be doing a year from now is going to be night and day. And I listen. I'll give you a good example. I listen to some of these old shows we had on SKO, and I listen to our streams now. Our sound quality now is 20 times better than we were when we had SKO. And SKO sounded good then. I listen to it now. I was like, holy crap, we sounded like shit in comparison to how we sound now. And it's amazing. And we're not even doing anything fancy here. It's the same equipment. It's the same computer, same board, same everything. Nothing's changed. Same equipment, except the microphones are different. That's all. I mean, it's the same brand, just a different set. That's all.
Yeah, and the equipment gets better too.
And the equipment, and we're going to upgrade some stuff later. But right now, this is the same stuff we had at SKO Radio Network. Same stuff. But our sound, like if you go back, John, like I posted on our channel, not our channel, but our Facebook page, Some Kind of Radio Show Facebook page, our show we did for Jeopardy, because Alex Trebek died this last week. So I replay. Right. I put a link to watch it or listen to it. It's an audio only presentation, that one. And I'm like, God, we sound terrible. And that sounded good then, a year or 2 years ago. I'm like, God, how did we sound so bad then? And we didn't really think about it. I'm like, God, we sound great now. I mean, it's like, but it's I don't know what's different. I really don't. I don't get it. The technology. That's what it is. The technology's better. The internet speeds are faster. The technology's better. The software's better. I mean, everything's improved. And even like where we're at now, and we can come back to 2 years, like 2 years in the future, and we come back to tonight's show and rewatch it or whatever.
And that will be,
God, that sucks. God, that was shit. Then you look at it 2 years from now, it's gonna be like, wow, okay, it'll be. Like I said, I think about what we've done. Like we've got some great presentations together. When Adam was doing all the live video for us, well, it was all done post production. A lot of the stuff we did post production, we're doing now. Except I'm not adding video clips in because I don't want to add all that extra shit. I just like it to be the bare bones radio show with a few little tweaks to it. But the stuff he did was phenomenal. Still is. It still is. Was phenomenal work, but like I said, our audio quality back then sucked. I'm like, man, it was bad. But now it's like, holy shit, it's really good now. And that's like I said, it's amazing how a couple years of technology improvements just changes the whole outcome. And
well,
absolutely.
I have a point,
dude. Keep it in your pants.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, keep it the pointer.
Yeah, pointer. No, I think too you're not as stressed because before you were just dealing with 20-some people plus owning a business.
Right.
But now, you have time to figure things.
Wait a minute, I have time? Shit, I don't have much of that.
Oh, good point. You are busy.
I'm a busy dude, man. Never mind. But you're right. It's a lot less stressful because we're, like I said, SKO was a business, But the funny thing is, like, I'm just comparing the sound, like our audio quality. Like you said, you go back to Some Kind of Radio Show's Facebook, and you look at the post I made last night, a replay of that show from 2 years ago to now. You compare the sound side by side.
Yeah.
Night and day. I mean, we sound... And what's funny is you would think this room here...
in the basement...
would sound worse than that studio. The studio, we echoed like you wouldn't believe. And you think we'd echo here. We don't echo in here at all. If you listen to the show, there's no echo. It's like in the room itself, yes, the room echoes. But over the microphones, it doesn't echo back onto the microphones, which is amazing. You know, but we did over there. Everything echoed over there, no matter what we did. And it's like, how does that matter? And, you know, we're in a much bigger room, which you think you think would reverberate big time down here.
Cement walls.
Like concrete down there, yeah.
Yeah. Concrete walls.
Anyone got any lullabies? I'm going to play one for Tony.
Lullaby and good night. Tony's going back to sleep.
Tony, wake your ass up.
Yeah, wake your ass up.
Other places do that sleepy shit. We're not.
Yeah.
During the break, I ordered some local burger place in Stowe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gonna eat a hamburger there, Ben?
2 Galley Boys.
Oh, well,
I know that place.
You asked. I want one. I love
potatoes, teasers, and onion rings.
Oh, potato teasers are my favorite thing in the world.
Nice.
I'm kind of hungry.
Well, see, I get fed twice free in a matter of probably about 2 weeks, because the night before my birthday, I went to that Redbird burger restaurant that gives you a free burger on, for the month of your birthday if you sign up for their little club thing.
Right.
And then for Veterans Day, they did. You have to do it the day after Veterans Day up to for like a week. Come back in and get another free burger and bottomless fries.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow I'm going to go get another one. I'm going to be like, hey, it ain't my fault that my birthday and Veterans Day fall within a couple weeks of one another.
Right.
So
hey, it's not your fault.
Well, it's like when me and Aaron went to and got steak the night of my birthday. Yeah, last week.
Yeah.
No, it's 2 weeks ago.
They had a they had a romantic steak dinner.
I'll bet that was something else. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Watching you guys eat, I'm sure it was interesting.
Well, it's funny. It was because I had asked you initially.
Yeah, I couldn't go.
You couldn't go, and then Aaron was like, "Well, I'll get some chopped liver." Then I said, and then I was like, and I said, "Well, even better idea was just like, I have a lady I have to pick up at 4:30, and I'm usually I usually drop her off 10 to 5.
Right.
I'm like, how about I told him I wanted to go to Longhorn because I get my free birthday dessert.
Right.
And I'm like, and he was like, I was gonna pick up Chinese takeout and bring it to Earl's. He's like, a steak just somehow sounds better.
It just sounds so much better than Chinese food.
Yeah.
It's like a steak. Steak, Chinese steak. I'll take the steak.
Yeah. So when I went in there and I got my usual. I get like the 1.5 pound ribeye because I eat half of it there.
You get the tomahawk one? Is that the big tomahawk?
No, it's like a 22-ounce ribeye.
Okay.
A bone in.
Okay, yeah.
And then I always eat half of it.
Well, that's basically the big tomahawk. Yeah, basically with the bone. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tomahawk ribeye. Yeah.
So I ordered.
Better show us a galley boy, guys.
I'm
you
so
dickhead. I want one now. Even though I just ate a shit ton of stuffed peppers, I want a galley boy.
Yeah.
And the stuffed peppers stuffed peppers I had tonight are amazing, by the way. Lori makes some killer. She makes some killer stuffed peppers. This is like the second plate. I mean, big plate full of them. And she's like, it just loaded me up. And I'll tell you what, good food, good eats. And so are galley boys.
Yeah.
I used the local driving service and ordered on there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They hook you up, man.
Oh yeah.
That's the first time I've ever ordered on there.
One of my favorite things to do is when I go to Swenson's, I usually do the galley boy, but I tell them just do no cheese on it. So I just basically because I'm not a cheese guy.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, I don't do the cheese. So I tell them get 2 galley boys, no cheese, and then I'll get 2 orders of tater teasers, and then I get a peanut butter hot fudge shake.
Oh my gosh!
Oh yes. And I get them, and I have them do it as a malted. You do, And I get the big one. I don't get the little chintzy one. I say, give me the large,
hell no.
make it a molded. Oh yeah, go big or go home.
Oh, yeah.
And that's my favorite thing to eat there. I used to
Diabetic coma.
I used to love the I used to absolutely just love the double hamburgers there, the regular hamburgers.
Yeah.
And then I tried the Galley Boy for the first time about 3 or 4 years ago. And I was like, God, I've been missing out all this time. What the hell? Now I love them. You know, that's all I get there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I never had one. I was like, this doesn't sound good. The sauces, that doesn't sound good. So I didn't eat it. And then I was like, yeah, I'm going to do a burger review. And I actually did it. That's the first time I ever had one. I did it as a burger review. And I'm like, I remember I took one bite of the thing. I'm like, oh my God, I've been missing out. And I'm like, after I get done doing the review, I was like, anything else, sir? Yeah, give me 2 more. I ate 2 more. And my God, they were amazing. Oh, they're so good.
Oh, I know. The sauce on them, too. It's like.
I've come close to replicating it at home. I've come very close.
So good.
It basically, you think about it, it's barbecue sauce and tartar sauce, a little bit of grilled onion, just a very little bit. And then the burger patties is what the key is. You got to get the Dumas seasoned meat. That's a sweet. That's with the brown sugar in it. You do that, and then you get a nice toasted bun. Guess what? I mean, you can't quite replicate the bun, but you can replicate the flavors of the Galley Boy. And I'm like, I've done it at home here, and it's like, oh, it's so good.
Now let me ask the other 4. Let me ask the other 4 of you. Have you ever been to Big Boy?
Oh yeah, many times.
John,
yeah, of course.
Okay, Ben, have you ever?
When I was 5.
Well, their big thing to get there is the Big Boy hamburger. It's basically like a Big Mac, but you know what their secret sauce basically is, right? It's basically tartar sauce. If you ever want to reach, because the closest one we have here is up by the airport on Brook Park Road. The rest of them out here that were we had like 3 or 4 that used to be around here. They're all gone.
Yeah.
They closed.
Yeah.
If you ever want to recreate a Big Boy burger, because the thing that you get, their onion rings were always the bomb.
Yeah.
And then I used to get a Big Boy burger, but instead of getting fries, I'd get mashed potatoes and gravy, and we'd always get a plate of onion rings to split.
Yeah.
If you ever want a Big Boy burger, go to McDonald's, get a Big Mac, but tell them hold the back sauce, put tartar sauce on the burger instead. You have a Bob's Big Boy original hamburger.
Oh, no kidding. Wow.
Yeah, they used to be called Elby's down here.
Yeah.
Elby's Big Boy.
Yeah, and like up here they were Bob's, but then they were Elias Brothers for a little while. But it was still Big Boy.
Yep. All right, it is a little after 9 o'clock. Let's take our 9 o'clock break. This is gonna be a short one, guys. Quick little break here, and play some more election happenings here on Some Kind of Radio Show. So everyone, stay tuned. We'll be right back in about 4.5 minutes.
I must have the wrong house.
Sister? Oh, I missed you so much. They waited up all night for you, you know.
It's a long way from West Africa. Oh, coffee.
Kiss here.
I brought you something from far away.
Really? Oh.
What are you doing?
You're my present this year.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
See? I smelled it. He's back.
Ryan, you have to leave.
What? What are you guys talking about? We know what's going on here. We know you're trying to each other.
What? No. Oh, please. Brothers and sisters don't look at each other like that.
He sent you to West Africa for a reason, Ryan, to separate you and your sister.
You're crazy! Oh, yeah? What's this?
He's my present this year.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
I'm your son, and I'm in love with your daughter.
Oh! Ryan, what is in that box?
What's in the box, Ryan?
It's mine.
Leave it. Unbelievable.
Holy shit.
Emily,
I love that we have so much in common because we grew up together. And I just want to wake up every morning to the smell of you and Folgers Colombian dark roast. Emily, will you make me the happiest brother?
Dad! Get off of him! I love him! Oh, no! No! Stop it! Stop it! No! No! I just want to my brother!
It's Folgers in your cup.
Some Kind of Radio Show will be back in a moment.
Mr. Vice President, is it time to concede?
Despite clearly losing the election, President Donald Trump's team is working overtime to discredit the results.
There will be a smooth transition to a second Trump administration. Right? We're ready. The world is watching.
Trump's Secretary of State suggested defying the will of voters,
Have you congratulated Vice President Biden yet?
while Republicans insisted Trump is right to challenge Joe Biden's victory.
Until the Electoral College votes, anyone who's running for office can exhaust concerns about counting. No reason for alarm.
The Trump administration is still blocking any attempt at transition and stopping agencies from cooperating with Biden.
I think it will not help the president's legacy.
The rest of the world seems to have moved on. Leaders are lining up to engage with the president-elect, including Trump allies like Turkish President Erdogan and British Prime Minister Boris Johnson.
I look forward very much to working with President Biden.
Thank you, sir. Exactly 4 years ago, outgoing President Obama invited then-President-elect Trump to visit the White House.
Because if you succeed, then the country succeeds.
Trump's defiance today is unprecedented. So is his relative silence following the election. Instead, he's tweeting up a storm about unfounded claims of election fraud that he has yet to prove, while launching lawsuits that are not supported by evidence.
You are tuned into the Some Kind of Radio Show. Call now at 234-200-5110. Now, back to Earl McCune and the Crazy Crew.
All right, we're back on Some Kind of Radio Show.
Yes,
All right,
we're back.
We're back. All right. I was in the middle of sending a text when we were coming out of the break.
Come on, Earl.
I was texting the boss man. I saw something online and looked like something we'd want to buy for the center, and I'm like, I don't know if that's what we need. And we're both kind of questioning it. It looks like what we need, but I don't know if it is or not. Don't know. Anyway. All right. It is, let's see, 9:08. We are in the final hour of our Decision 2020 Backlash show. A lot of controversy involving the recounts going on, the possible recounts that are happening here, and the legal ramifications of what's going on are continuing to mount. And, a lot of people are going, here's the thing. I am a tried and true Republican. I voted for Donald Trump. I don't see this thing turning around.
No.
I really don't. I mean, there's a lot of people going, this thing's already been reversed. And you see there's a couple websites calling that Pennsylvania is off the list. And no.
No.
It's not real news. And people are writing me, hey, did you see that? No, it's because it's not real news, guys. It's not real news. It's not legit. And, it's like it's just absolutely not legit at all. And it's like, come on, people. Why? Everyone reads everything and goes, it must be true because it's on the internet.
Yeah.
It's just like, another true thing, another totally true thing because it's on the internet.
Yeah.
Is this?
I hope it can provide some comfort and solace to 230,000 Americans.
That's right, because it's on the internet. There's 230 million Americans.
230 million billion, yeah.
230 million. That's Joe Biden's thing. And it must be true. It must be true because it's found on the internet.
It's on the internet. It's got to be true, right?
It does.
I mean, as a lot of people think anymore.
Yeah, it's just it's like internet true. Oh, I saw it online on social media.
Right.
Or no, the best. Well, my cousin told me. We know
exactly.
who we know who we
Cousin
hear
Billy
that
Joe
from.
Jim Bob down there told me. Yeah.
It's like, I mean, hey, even newspapers have gotten it wrong. Remember when it said Dewey defeats Truman?
That's correct. That's one of the more famous ones. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like you gotta, and then they have to do a retraction.
Well, you think about this. This reminds me of like going back to 2000. We had the Bush Gore thing.
Yeah, that
was truly undecided for 36 days. I mean, it was all over Florida, and it was down to whoever won Florida won the presidency.
The hanging chads.
The hanging chads, and that thing went on because originally Gore was. They were going to say Gore won it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, and then they found out that no, George Bush in fact did win.
Yeah.
And they already said, I've seen several news sources say, yeah, there's been some stuff that's happened, and there's that one election computer software in Michigan got 6,000 votes swapped, and how many different counties got the vote? How many different country or states use that voting system? And it's like, come on, But here's the thing: everyone's like, yeah, you can't call him president. Like, no, you really technically can't until the votes are certified.
That's right.
Donald Trump he's blocked every bit of transition here because here's the thing: the transition team can't get the funding to move forward, and they can't even go into government offices until Trump concedes.
Yeah.
And there's like a $6 million budget they get for those 70 days or whatever to run the transition office, and they can't even do that. They can't.
And also, the votes have to be certified for them to go in there.
Right. The votes have to be certified anyway before they can go in there, and it's. But part of it too is Trump has not conceded, and that's they said technically that's like the formality is Trump has to concede for that because they'd even move ahead and do that without the votes being certified. Because if there was a cut and dry, hey, okay, it's done and over with, Trump concedes. Yeah, but he hasn't done that, and he's not going to.
No,
he's not going to do that until the votes are counted properly.
Until it's exactly because there's been a lot of inappropriate counts. I mean. There's been a lot of you can hear it all over the news. There's been votes of deceased people voted.
Yeah.
Dogs voted. Then plus there's been some votes that originally were for Donald Trump that got switched over to Joe Biden. Down in Georgia, there was that one county that decided, oh hey, the ballots don't fit the machine, so we're going to transpose those ballots. And then there's like, okay, where's the oversight? And there's no oversight on that. And, of course, now they're fighting that too, which rightfully so. They should fight that, But
fight everything to the better end.
What I find amazing is that where these votes are questioning and where it's weird are like the 6 major cities that are run by people that worked on the Biden campaign.
Right.
Coincidence? I really don't know.
No.
I don't believe in coincidence.
Not this year, I don't.
No, I don't believe it. And I don't believe in coincidence at all. I never have. I never will. And especially this year? No. I mean, here's the thing. We might have to suffer through 4 years of Biden. Okay, fine. We'll suffer through 4 years of Biden. But here's
nothing's going to happen anyway.
Nothing's going to happen. Nothing much is going to happen. Here's the thing. Me and Mike Hague got into this conversation. And me and him were talking about, really, you think about it, Joe Biden is going to be another, if say, Trump is definitely 100% not winning this thing, didn't win it, Biden goes in, he's going to be one term at best, if he makes it the full term.
Yeah.
If he makes it the full term, he's one term. Done. Because who is going to, I'm sorry, I'm not going to vote for an 82-year-old man to continue running the country. I'm sorry.
No.
I mean, he's 78 now. Or he's going to be 78. He'll be 78 here on the 20th. And he'll be 82 if he was to get reelected next time around. I don't know. I think it's even 78. I think 78's a little old to be running.
The country, yeah.
The country. I mean, is he sharp enough to stay on top of everything? I don't think so. I don't see it.
They said the same things about Ronald Reagan 30 years ago.
But Ronald Reagan was 10 years younger. You know, Ronald Reagan at the time was the oldest president in history. Now it's going to be Joe Biden, who's even older.
Yeah, way older.
Right.
Way older than Ronald Reagan was when he was voted in.
And the thing,
and here's another problem, and I see, and it's something that just bugs me personally. It's like, guys, you know, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm 70 years old, I hope to be retired.
Sure.
I'm not going to work anymore. Why do these people feel the need that they have to be in there forever?
I don't know.
Go retire and enjoy your lives, guys.
Pelosi, 80 years old. But the only
get out of here.
The only comforting thing is she probably doesn't have enough votes to get reelected the Speaker of the House.
Right.
It's not looking that way. There's going to be a new speaker.
Yeah.
And I mean,
AOC
God, I
for
hope
speaker.
so. God, I hope so.
God, I hope no AOC.
No.
Hey,
what?
She don't have enough. She don't have enough seniority to get that job.
No.
She hasn't been. She's only. She's not been there long enough. They ain't gonna give it to her.
Well, if Biden starts filling his cabinet positions, I know one he can already fill. You know, if he has to. You know, if he's got to have somebody head to the DEA. How about his son?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't think there's a drug that Hunter hasn't tried.
No.
Right.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to look at some of the, like, who's the Secretary of State going to be?
That's going to be an interesting one. Who's he going to name?
Because, I mean, because Obama had John Kerry and Hillary.
Yes.
'Cause he had Hillary first.
Right.
Then he didn't renew her second term.
Right.
He chose John Kerry.
Right.
Who's the Secretary of Defense going to be?
Mickey Mouse. Who knows? I mean,
who knows?
You know,
It'll be some Democratic hack, and that's what they did the last time.
yeah, exactly. And they might, you know, this whole thing now, John. You know, we talked about an interesting point. You brought this up earlier. Somebody, I think Aaron, it was you or Aaron, brought it up in our chat of who the White House chief of staff's going to be. Did you see that? I know it was on our chat. John.
That wasn't me. That was Aaron.
Aaron brought that up. That was the guy that was the counsel for Gore during the recount from hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who's going to be the chief of staff for Joe Biden. Yeah. This whole thing.
And again, just another political hack. Yeah, Ron Klein. Here it is.
Yeah, Ron Klein. Mm-hmm. Ron Klein.
And what was my comment? The swamp monster reeks more swamp monsters.
Yeah. And this, you know, it's all a society of, hey, I'm going to take care of my buddy.
Yep.
That's all it is. That's all any of those are. I'm going to take care of my buddy.
It's been that way for a long time.
Yep. They're going to take care of their buddies, and and that's how it is, you know. The one thing, like when Trump came in, he didn't have any buddies, because when he first got in, even the Republicans couldn't stand him. The Republicans didn't even want him.
Nope.
But
and I think that's what ticked everybody off is how dare the people vote this outsider in here?
Exactly, because you know he's like, oh, he's the outsider. You know, we don't want no outsiders running this thing. No. And then then they kind of fall in line. Okay, yeah, shit he's doing is making sense. Yeah, makes sense.
Uh-huh. And that's what bothers me too is that you got this outsider comes in. Okay, fine, great.
Mm-hmm.
But why are these people so incensed about that? I mean, if
I don't know.
Like it's like for if you had a different mayor of Cuyahoga Falls, for instance, right? You wanted to do different things in Cuyahoga Falls.
Right. We had that here.
Yep.
Yeah. So just if the people said, "Hey, this is the guy we want in here," you would think that would be a clue to other people to say, "Hey, wait a minute here."
Right.
We better rethink our positions here, guys.
Right.
Yeah. Apparently they're stuck in their ways too.
Yeah. You know, it's a big fraternal club. That's all. Any of those guys in Washington, both sides of the aisle. It's a big fraternal club of it's a fraternal club. That's all it is. And if you're not in, if you're not in the groups, if you're not in the Republican, even you got a couple independents in there. And they always sway Democrat. Even though they say they're independent, they're Democrats. They're just they don't want to be involved with the party, but they always sway Democrat. They always do.
Always do.
You know, and you think about how the Republican Party's changed over the years, you know, over the last few years. Democratic Party used to be the working man's party. That role has changed in this last 4 or 5 years. Now the Republican Party is the working man's party, and you're seeing the Democrat Party being the new Republican Party. I mean, it really, if you think about it, they've kind of flipped roles quite a bit.
Yeah. The Democrats are becoming the Socialist Party of America.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. And
yeah, I seen somebody mentioning something. It's like, it's like I'm waiting for my taxes to go up, and they're blaming, because Biden's going to undo Trump's tax cuts. And I was like, well, didn't Biden, one of his campaign speeches, say that no one making below $400,000 will see an increase in their taxes? He's like, well, yeah, because he's not going to add anything additional. And I'm like, well, why is he going to take away Trump's tax cuts? Well, they benefit the wealthy. Yeah, but the wealthy are the ones that employ everybody.
Right.
And then,
that's right. If you can't employ people, what's going to happen?
Yep. And I'm like, one of the big things, he wants to stop all the fracking. Guess what happens? No fracking. Guess what happens to your electric and your gas bills?
Yeah.
Straight up.
And I tried telling somebody, I'm like, and I hope that, gasoline doesn't go back to $4 a gallon like it was in 2012 when Obama got reelected. And they're like, oh, it was $4 a gallon when Bush was in office.
No. The
only
time it went up that high was right after 9/11.
Yeah.
That was it. Then because everyone was freaking out.
It didn't even go to $4 a gallon right after 9/11.
No, it went up. It went from like $1.12 to like $2.50.
Yeah.
$3, but then it came down again, and then it kind of hovered at $2 for the longest time.
But then it got jacked up to like $4 something.
Right.
Because Obama and his green.
It was like it was over. It was like $4. I think the highest I ever saw was like $4.23 a gallon or some point. Like, God, you can't even afford to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Now then you get COVID. The only good thing that happened with COVID, especially during the height of the pandemic or this lockdown, was gas got down to like 92 cents at one point.
Yeah, because nobody was going.
Nobody was buying it.
And I'm like, God, this is great because I was driving a lot of DoorDash. I'm like, I can fill up for like $10.
Yeah, I mean, because I remember I had to get rid of the truck I had, a 6-liter gas engine.
Mm-hmm.
Guess how fuel efficient that thing was?
Yeah.
So it's like I had that truck. God, I had that truck for 5-6 years. I mean, I didn't drive it a ton.
Right.
But I had it just because I had the money I always wanted a truck and I had the money to buy one.
Sure. Yeah.
But then, I couldn't afford to drive the truck. It just sat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like $4.29 a gallon. I think is the most I ever paid for a gallon of gas.
It's about right. Yeah, about $4.29. It's about the highest I ever paid. And that was right, like I said, that was around 2012.
Yeah, I mean,
Plus, the world was coming to an end in 2012. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well,
the Mayan calendar. The Mayan calendar.
Go get TP for your bunghole because apparently Sam's Club has no more.
Yeah, Sam's Club. Yeah, because Lori went today to go to Sam's Club, and there ain't none. Not none. She took pictures and showed. And I said to her like 3 days ago, I was like, we need to get TP because I got a feeling there ain't going to be any anywhere. Because especially with the news from what our illustrious governor put out, that he might shut things down here coming next Wednesday. Yeah, guess what? We're going to be right where we were.
Panic time.
Yeah, panic time. Everyone's hoarding everything. Let's panic.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, God, here we go again. It's like we went through it once. Now we got to go. If we do this shit again, oh, my God. And just the uproar, people are not going to be they're not going to fall in line like they were the first time. Because people aren't as afraid as they were the first time. First time went around, everyone was scared. Everybody, including myself. I'm not going to say I wasn't. I was scared to death. Now, I've learned to live with it. I think we've all learned to live with it a little bit. People are going to be like, yeah, people are getting sick. People are dying. Okay, whatever. But the numbers, if you look at the numbers, you're getting a lot of cases. But how do we even know the case rates are true? Because, like I said, I posted earlier today, I shared it from Elon Musk. 4 tests in one day, 2 positive, 2 negative, same machine, same nurse, same test.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How in the hell?
I've said this before, too. Why are we measuring cases? Why are we having a cumulative number of cases?
Right.
It's not that's not individuals.
Exactly.
We should be doing it by number of individuals and by community. Because if we don't know where in your community that the problem is, how are we going to be able to solve the problem?
And then the funny thing here, and it was asked, because Governor DeWine claims he's got all this data saying it comes from the bars and restaurants and gyms and all that. So the press, our good press here in Ohio, I will say, some really good investigative reporters questioning the governor.
Mhm.
And I'll name one by name who's been really on top of it, Jack Windsor.
Yeah.
That guy has been all over it. And he goes and says, okay, if mask, because, hey, you got the flu and everything, mask work with the flu, great. Yeah, we're not seeing any numbers for the flu. How come it's not working for COVID? And then Governor DeWine turns around and goes, oh, well, no, it does work for COVID. People just aren't wearing their mask. Bullshit. What a bunch of shit. And then another journalist out of Cleveland asked the governor, well, okay, if you got all this data, are you prepared to share these sources of your data with the public? No. He's not willing to do that.
Because it's bullshit data.
Because it's bullshit data, and people are not falling for it. The press is not falling for it. The citizens, there's a lot of them are falling for it because they're going, oh my God, our governor's so wonderful. He's just trying to save lives. Bullshit. He's not. He doesn't give a shit about me or you or anybody else. He's trying to cover his ass to make his ass look like he's a hero.
Yeah.
That's all he's doing.
Or I'm trying to do something.
And trying to do something. Well, what are you trying to do? You're gonna hurt more people by putting us all out of work again. When we don't have to be. You know what? People should be accountable for their own actions. We're in the 21st century. People are pretty smart. They can account for their own actions. Yes, the numbers have gone up. Okay. And we knew they'd go up as soon as it got cold. Everybody knew that. People are indoors more. They're going indoors. They're not sitting outside having lunches and stuff like they were over the summer. People have to go indoors. Okay, fine. Governor, instead of shutting everybody down, cut back the capacity rates.
Yeah.
Make it, at least let them stay open, but cut the capacity.
Yeah, I mean that'd be a good thing. At least let them operate. I mean,
let us all operate. But okay, fine. Cut our capacity down. Bowling centers, for example. Okay, fine. No spectators. That's one way around it.
The spectators are here.
Yeah, I mean, we have nothing in the books here. I mean, that's all center by center what we're doing. Like we're like, man, as long as you social distance, we don't care.
Yeah.
But
we're doing one lane, no more than 12 teams. We've cut all the leagues down to 4 people per team.
Mm-hmm.
So you have what's 12 times 4? 48.
48.
Yeah. That's the maximum amount of people. So and plus people that are working there. So you got maybe 55 people in the building at one time.
All right.
That's it.
And he's like, well, we're not, and he even said we're not cutting, we haven't cut past capacity. We've just said, hey, 6-foot distance, whatever. Great. But now instead of let's shut down, let's just start cutting some capacity here. At least let us all continue to operate in some fashion.
Yeah.
Instead of, let's just shut it all down. Shut it all down. What good's a shutdown do? It doesn't do any good. It hurts the economy, one. You're hurting people, you're hurting families because right now there is no magic money train coming through. And then it was asked the governor, and this is another question was asked, okay, governor, is the state prepared to reimburse businesses for lost wages and income for families? And you know what his answer was? We'll just leave it up. Nope. You know what he says? Oh, that's up to the lawyers to decide. Really? It's up to the lawyers to decide. So you know what? That tells you how much does he give a shit. And you know what he did the whole time? He had a smirk on his face the whole freaking time.
Well, he's got that stupid look on his face most of the time anyway.
But he was just sitting there smiling like, I'm not answering your questions. And the press, you usually see a lot of press ask dumb questions. The press that go and they get on these Zoom chats or whatever for these press conferences have been excellent. Excellent questions being asked. They're not asking the dumb questions. They are asking real questions, hard-hitting questions, legitimate questions to our governor. And you know what he does? He dances around every question he can. He will not answer a question.
No.
He is.
Yeah, at least ours answers them here in West Virginia.
Our Governor DeWine does not answer a question. All he does is dance around the questions. Yesterday, it was also reported that there was a protest assembling outside the governor's home yesterday after his little speech. And good. You know, it was a peaceful demonstration. But you know what? At the same time, people are fed up with DeWine. It's going to take people. It's going to take people writing their congressmen and their senators and saying, "Look, get this clown out of office." It's going to take people writing enough complaints. Get this freaking guy out of here.
I mean, it's like with like what Jason had wrote about. He thought sue DeWine.
You can't sue DeWine.
You have to try to.
You can sue the state.
Here's where I actually learned something with my degree in business at University of Akron.
Okay.
Business law. If you have to sue the state, obviously not the governor.
Right.
Good luck suing the state because that shit will sit in court for months.
Oh yeah, that's not going to go anywhere.
I mean, okay, I got to sue the state for my losses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean it's first thing is like, okay, do you have business insurance against not being able to operate?
Mm-hmm.
Because when I worked at a McDonald's, I had 5 stores I oversaw as a district manager.
Right.
In the event we ever had to close,
mm-hmm.
He would have to file a claim on his business insurance for the day's sales, and that's what they would pay him.
Right.
They would reimburse him
mm-hmm.
his day's sales because the 4 of my 5 stores were on the turnpike, so they never closed.
Right.
We couldn't close. We had to be the one thing that stayed open,
mm-hmm.
along with like the restrooms and the vending machines.
Sure.
The generator that every turnpike plaza has
mm-hmm.
just only operates a minimal amount of lighting,
mm-hmm.
the restrooms and the vending machines, but all the eateries that are inside that service plaza, plus their convenience store, don't have any power.
Right.
So we have to stay open. We would have to stay open and sell cookies and bottled water.
Right.
We have to have something to offer because we are their main attraction. We're their main grab.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Well, one day over winter, we had no power. It was like an ice storm. I think it was 04 to 05. And so the electric went out. So we stayed open. I think we were open like 8 hours. Then an official from the turnpike
mm-hmm.
came over and said, okay, close because it's going to be a few days.
Right, before we can get power.
Before we can get power here. We're low on the priority list because look where we're at.
Look where we're at, exactly.
So I recruited help, and we took all of the product, all of our perishable stuff.
Right, get it out of there. Right?
Get it out of there and transfer it to other stores.
Right.
So at least nothing's spoiled.
Right.
And our supplier said, okay, when you guys know your power's back on, call us. We'll get you a quick order.
Yeah.
We'll get a semi out with a quick order so you can reopen.
Sure.
It'll take us a couple hours, but we can pack something for you.
Sure.
And so we were actually able to close for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And it was me, and we always had to have one other employee on shift.
Right.
We played cards, and I got paid. Because, it only took a couple hours to get all our product out and get it out and get it moved.
Right.
For the
speaking of out of office, boys, I think Ben is out of office.
Ben's out of office?
Yeah.
Yeah, look.
I can't look at him. I can't until... Oh, I hear... Wait a minute. Shh.
He's out, boy.
Hold on. Let me turn it up. Oh, yeah, he's out cold.
Yeah, he's out cold.
Oh, wait, this is great. Tony, it's not you snoring.
No.
But the best thing is we don't have any video. I wish we had video of it. Because I can't swoop it over until he makes a little bit more noise.
Well, hang on here. Maybe I can do something on this end. Hang on.
I don't think you can.
Actually, you can. Hit the record button.
I can't. It won't. See, I can't do it because it interrupts the screen on our broadcast, so I can't do that.
Oh, okay. Because on the Zoom, there's a record button there.
Yeah, I know there is, but I can't. I can't get a look of him. I can't get a look at him. It's just. Well, let me.
Them Galley boys put him out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you take a screenshot?
I can't even see him. I don't have the ability to even see him right now. The way this is set up here, I can't even see him.
Oh, dude, this is fun. I'm sitting here looking at him.
Hey, John, do me a favor. Use your phone and take a picture of it.
Got it.
Oh yeah,
got it. Hang on.
There we go.
Right now, hang on.
Okay.
Let me get a good picture.
All right, John's going to take a picture of Ben sleeping. Send it to me, because we'll put that out live. If you want to see Ben sleeping, but let's take a break real quick. We have our final break of the night, and this is going to be a longer one. This will be about 10 minutes, and this is going to be our final break of our evening, and then we'll come back and wrap up the program. All right, stay tuned. We'll be right back on Some Kind of Radio Show.
RBF is a serious epidemic sweeping our nation. RBF, better known as resting bitch face, has plagued women for centuries. We all know them. Some of us have even been them. Stop the madness. Get the help you need. Call the Ditch the Bitch hotline now. 1-800-RBF-NO-GO. Trust me, I suffered from RBF. And look at me now. I'm cured. Stop insulting strangers, missing out on free drinks at the bar, and getting passed over for promotions. Call our Ditch the Bitch hotline. Get the help you desperately need. 1-800-RBF-NO-GO or 1-800-732-6630. Ditch the Bitch today.
Popsicle? No, honey, you'll spoil your...
Hey, parents, tired of those out-of-control kids? Throwing embarrassing tantrums wherever they go. At the grocery store, on the playground, even at the dinner table. You've had it with parenting, but wait, there is a solution. Introducing Nap Time, the latest, most effective tool for child tantrum prevention. It's simple. Just douse a rag with our patented Sleepy Time formula, place it over your child's cry hole, press and hold gently for 8 to 12 seconds, and presto, no more tantrum.
I was beginning to think adoption was the only way out. Then a friend of mine introduced me to Nap Time. It's never been so quiet around here.
The secret lies in Naptime's revolutionary fast-to-sleep formula. Developed by military-trained scientist doctors from NASA, Naptime's powerful molecules rush to the child's brain on contact, gently inducing instant tranquility.
This is chloroform.
Already put those wallet-draining crap factories out on the street? That's okay. Naptime works in any situation. On the golf course. An awkward blind date.
I had a really good time tonight.
It even works on pets.
After we had our first child here, we regretted it almost immediately.
We didn't know that she'd cry so much.
Talk about defective. But thanks to Nap Time, our little Samantha here hasn't made a noise in weeks. I keep her in a shoebox.
Call now and we'll send you your very own 24-ounce bottle of Naptime solution for only 23 easy payments of $1.99. But wait, there's more. Act quickly and you'll also receive the all-new Dream Sack absolutely free. It's compact and portable for those on-the-go tantrums. Just cover it, tighten it, and forget about it. It's that simple.
We can't breathe good.
So if this looks familiar...
I feel pregnant.
Then don't wait! Order today and join the millions of Americans who just can't stop saying...
Thanks, Nap Time.
Thanks, Nap Time.
Thanks, Nap Time.
Nap Time, when they just won't shut up.
Some Kind of Radio Show will be back in a moment.
To make any decisions on those issues anyway. There's one, as I said, one president at a time, and he will be president until January 20th. It would be nice to have it, but it's not critical. And we're just going to proceed the way we have. We're going to do exactly what we'd be doing if he had conceded and said we've won, which we have. And so there's nothing really changing.
But not ruling out legal action?
No, I don't see a need for legal action, quite frankly. I think the legal action is you're seeing it play out, the actions he's taking. And so far, there is no evidence of any of the assertions made by the President or Secretary of State Pompeo. Secretary of State Pompeo.
Thank you, Mr. President-elect. Democrats are on track to lose a handful of seats in the House of Representatives. That could make it harder to pass legislation with just Democratic votes. And I'm just curious, how does that impact your plans for what priorities you think you can get through this Congress, especially if the Senate remains in GOP control? And during the lame duck, will you be coordinating with Speaker Pelosi on how she should be negotiating with Republicans?
Well, I've spoken to the leader, and I've spoken to the minority leader in the House. And one of the urgent things that need to be done is people need relief right now. Right now. Small businesses, people who are about to be evicted from their homes because they can't pay their mortgage, unemployment insurance. You know, what's going to happen is you're going to see what people don't realize is the failure to provide state and local assistance. You're going to see police officers, firefighters, first responders laid off. And I think the pressure is going to build. But the fact is that I would hope that the president at least has the sensitivity and knowledge to know that a lot of people are in real trouble right now, between now and the time we get elected, till we get sworn in. And so it's my hope and expectation. I'm sure that the majority, the Speaker of the House, as well as the minority leader, are working right now into the priorities they have laid out.
But do you plan to be active in those negotiations, working with Speaker Pelosi to represent Democrats on the table?
Well, we've been talking, and they know my views, and I support what they're doing.
And then my second question was about the Senate. Do you plan to campaign in Georgia before your inauguration to help Democrats in the 2 runoff races there as they try to flip the Senate? And how important is a Democratic-held Senate to your agenda?
Well, obviously, it'd be much better if we had a tie in the Senate, which means that this vice president become incredibly important beyond what she already is. But we're going to do anything we can that they think we can do to help.
And does the Democratic Senate help your cabinet chances? Does that change how you consider who you nominate to cabinet posts?
No, I don't think so. I take McConnell at his word. I understand he said that he will make it clear who he's prepared to support and not support, and that's a negotiation that I'm sure we'll have. Look, one of the things that I would do as president-elect and when I become president is lay out to the Republicans as well as the Democrats who we intend to name for each cabinet position. I hope we're able to be in a position to let people know at least a couple that we want before Thanksgiving, and we'll just work this out. Look, I am not a pessimist, as you know, and I think there are enough Republicans who have already spoken out, but I think there will be many more, not many more, there'll be a larger number once the election is declared and I'm sworn in, to be able to get things done. I think they understand. For example, I can't imagine there not being a willingness on the part of Republicans. There's going to be significant pressure to deal with health care. Their own constituencies are in that position. So I'm not, I think we can get a lot done.
Thank you.
Sir, what do you say to the Americans that are anxious over the fact that President Trump has yet to concede and what that might mean for the country?
Well, I just think it's an embarrassment, quite frankly. The only thing that, how can I say this tactfully? I think it will not help the president's legacy. I think that I know from my discussions with foreign leaders thus far that they are hopeful that the United States democratic institutions are viewed once again as being strong and enduring. But I think at the end of the day, you know, it's all going to come to fruition on January 20th. And between now and then, my hope and expectation is that the American people do know and do understand that there has been a transition. Even among Republicans who are people who voted for the president. I understand the sense of loss. I get that. But I think
the majority of the people who voted for the president, a lot voted for him, a significantly smaller number, but a lot voted for him. I think they understand that we have to come together. I think they're ready to unite, and I believe we can pull the country out of this bitter politics that we've seen for the last 5, 6, 7 years.
You are tuned into the Some Kind of Radio Show. Call now at 234-200-5110. Now, back to Earl McCune and the Crazy Crew.
You got a nice shot of Ben there. Yeah. I got a nice video. I had a nice close-up of Ben there, John. Hell of a close-up of Ben.
You got him?
I had a nice close-up of. Well, when you were on break, his snore was overtaking everything. So, oh Jesus. Okay, let's go back to.
Yeah, you might want to mute him.
I can't mute him. That's the thing. I don't have no way to mute him. Let's see. I might be able to.
Should be able to.
I should be able to. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. On 3. Everyone on 3 yell Ben. 1, 2, 3. Ben! Jesus Christ. Hold on a minute. Let me go into Zoom here. Jesus. Oh my God, Ben.
The Galley Boy was so good, he fell asleep.
Oh yeah, the show is so good, he's just passing out here. Let me just take us off the screen here so I can make some adjustments here, because if not, it's going to go caca. And we'll just go back to the pause screen here so I can make adjustments. Jesus! Oh wait, hold on a minute. I got to do this. Back to the live view of Ben. Oh, yeah, there he is. Oh, my God. Ben, go need nap.
Oh, nighty-night now.
Ben, go nighty-night now. I had to get a close-up of that from it. Anyway, I can't mute him. I can't get him to mute without disrupting the whole video, so screw it.
Oh,
let him snore. I think it's funny. Whenever he does have a loud snore, we'll just make fun of him for a minute. Let's see if he gets loud again. There he is again. Hold on. Let me zoom in on him. There's a nice big view of Ben. Ben's just wait, look at, I think he's got some nose hair, man. Holy shit.
Well, remember last week or 2 weeks ago how hairy he was.
Oh God. That dude's got some serious. Excuse
me
as
how much hair did you guys get taken off?
Excuse me as I change the screen there for a minute. Okay, let me go back to. Let's go back to the whole group here. Ben. I ain't gonna be able to stop laughing now.
So it was as good as that.
Oh, this is better. Come on, Ben. Start snoring a little louder. Ben. Wait a minute. Benjamin. Oh, Ben.
You know what would be even funnier? Wish we could be in his dreams right now.
He's probably dreaming about us right now. Johnny's dreaming about you in a Speedo.
No, I think he's probably dreaming about something a lot cuter than I am in a Speedo.
Yeah. Aaron?
Yeah. Ooh, no.
Ben's dreaming about Aaron in a Speedo.
No thanks.
You know, it'd be sad if he actually, because we're saying this, watch him say, hey, guys, I had a weird dream about Aaron in a Speedo.
Sex with Sporting Goods with Ben Langstaff.
Secret Asian Ben. He must have been. He's a little tuckered out there, you know.
Yeah,
God,
the Galley Boys must have got him.
God, the Galley Boys got him. He's like out cold. I mean, he's passed out in the studio. Remember back in the old show when we had the studio? You remember he fell asleep
he was on the futon.
He fell asleep. We had the futon in the studio at one early on. And he passed out on the futon one night. And he was there till the next morning, right till like 10, 11 o'clock. Because I went back down there after I came back, because I had to come back because he didn't have keys. And I walk in at like 10:30 in the morning on a Saturday.
Still sleeping.
And he's still out. I'm like, dude, you've been here like 12 hours asleep. He goes, show over?
Oh.
The show's over?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been over for like 10 hours. What'd everybody do? I was like, well, we tried to wake you up, but it wasn't happening. So we just let him sleep. We put a blanket on him, and we just said, okay, night. You know?
Night.
And I locked him in. You know, like, that's all I could do. You know, and he got me. I was expecting him to at least be gone or call me and say, hey, man, I got to get out of here. No, he was still freaking sound asleep the next morning at the old SKO studio. And
he is out.
Oh, my God. The entertainment value of this alone. I mean, come on, Ben. I know the show. We're talking politics and it gets a little boring, but golly.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to actually go to a sports thing that just came across my screen here a little bit ago.
Please do.
All right, NCAA. They got a committee that they today declined to vote on or recommend the 2 minority hiring policies for high-profile jobs. So now people are complaining that the NCAA doesn't care about diversity. I'm like, yeah, same old argument, guys.
Yeah.
I hear doggies upstairs, too.
Yep, they're up there. I hear Ben snoring more than the doggies.
Right. Well, what was funny is it started, Ben was looking at the screen.
Yeah.
And his head was on his hand, and all of a sudden he just started leaning back and he was out.
They're done. I wish I could fall asleep. The last segment is all about Ben snoring. I love it. Ben falls asleep on air. Film at 11.
Johnny's nose hairs while we're at it.
Oh, yeah. This is one of the moments I wish we were there because we could have totally, fucked with him hard.
Absolutely.
We could have waxed him or something, you know? I mean.
Oh, yeah, that'd have been fun.
Oh, wait, we already tried that, and he screamed like a little. Yeah, so did I. I can't say shit.
You both.
That was. I'll tell you what. That was the most painful shit ever.
Yes, never to be done again.
Oh my God! It's so loud it even takes over the screen. Oh my Lord!
Well, he's been taking over my screen here for the last half hour or so.
Oh God! Well, you know, only on this show we have people fall asleep. But you know what? Instead of ignoring it, we just make light of it and we just have fun with it.
Yeah.
We don't ignore it on the air. We don't ignore it. We don't act like it doesn't happen. Yes, it happened right here, live on some kind of radio show. Ben fell asleep.
And so did Tony. That's okay.
Mine are little 30-second mini naps.
Hey, John, as long as you and I don't fall asleep, we're okay.
I think we're okay there. I can stay for another.
As long as you and I stay awake, especially me, I have to stay awake because I'm running the whole control here. But
yeah, you're on the board there.
I'm running master control here. I got the board and the computer. I got to run all this to keep the show on the air. So yes. I got control of it all.
Oh, this is comical.
Oh my goodness gracious!
But I'll tell you, this whole election thing, like I said, we'll hopefully they'll certify these votes here. We'll get on with our lives here.
Yeah.
And move on.
Yeah, Ben's not losing any sleep over it.
Yeah.
No, he is not. And hopefully we'll get back to some normalcy here. I mean, I'm going online today and I'm reading about all these. Well, there's all these cases out there, and well, it's November, dumbasses.
Right.
We have this thing called pneumonia. We have this thing called the flu. It's kind of And then, of course, the one thing that just, and you guys, I'm going to go one more point here. I'm going to be done for the night.
Okay.
I don't know about you guys, but do you get tired of people, of people like the media blaming the people for not adhering to the guidelines?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I go to a bowling alley. Everybody's got a mask on.
Yep.
I go to the store, everybody's got a mask on.
Yep.
I mean, everywhere around Morgantown here, everybody's pretty much got a mask on.
Everywhere I go, I see mask on.
Right. So where are all these people that don't have these masks on?
That sounded loud for a second.
Couldn't tell you.
I don't go anywhere and not see people with masks. I mean, it's where in the hell our governor is saying, oh, there's no one wearing masks in public. Bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Bullshit. Well, they're not wearing them in bars. Well, because they're sitting there drinking. They're following your order. As long as you don't get up and walk around and, you're eating or drinking, you don't have to wear one. You go to a restaurant. Oh, it's the restaurant's fault. Oh, because they're, people eating and drinking. They're walking around the restaurant without bullshit. You got any restaurant here in town. If you're caught walking around without a mask on, they're all over your ass like white on rice.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They'll throw your ass out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
they're like, you got to wear it. You got to like. There was a guy that walked into a restaurant a couple weeks ago, and we were out to eat, and walked no mask, and he goes, "I'm not wearing it." I'm like, "Sir, when are you going to serve you?"
Yeah, get out of here. It's my right to not serve you. Get out of here.
They're like, "We haven't posted around." They haven't posted around their door. No shirt,
right.
no
As long
shoes,
as you haven't posted on your door.
No shirt, no shoes, no mask, no service. I mean,
that's right. And you know what? That I think that's a good thing. But here's the thing too, and people, the businesses too. And I know you guys probably run into this problem at the bowling alley.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody's not obeying the guidelines, how do you deal with them without being an asshole?
And here's the thing, and because the orders itself before, and even states in our the way the state said it, you can't go and get shitty with them because how do you know they don't have a medical condition? You can't question that. That's HIPAA laws. So there you go. You can't question someone's medical problems or why they're not wearing that mask. If someone's going to say, "Hey, I got a medical condition," you can't say a word about it.
I know.
But here's the thing. And then, like, as businesses like ours that's trying to get by, yeah, we could say, okay, fine, we won't take care of you. But then, okay, then you lose that customer, period. We need every dollar coming in that we could get. Do you risk losing that customer? Then say, oh, hey, you walk in there, then you get word of mouth, and it's bad press, and you go, oh yeah, blah 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 blah. No matter what you do, you're damned you do, you're damned you don't.
Wait a minute here. What are you doing here? Hang on.
Is he stirring? I can't see him.
I don't know, but the look on his face is worth $1 million.
Oh. Is he awake?
Sort of, kinda.
Ben. Hi, Ben.
Hello.
Oh, hey.
Hey. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. Did you enjoy your nap?
Yeah.
We were really enjoying watching you sleep for about the last 20 minutes. It was great.
Whoops.
Yeah, and the best part of it is we got a nice big. You got the full screen view of you snoring and everything. It's great. You have to watch the replay of the show. You get to watch yourself snoring.
Great.
Yeah, it's wonderful because it was loud, and you, sir, could never claim you don't snore because bullshit, you do, and we have it recorded for posterity for all time.
That's right.
And we got a nice zoom in of you. It's wonderful.
Oh, I can't wait to watch it.
Oh yeah, you have to watch. Starting around the 9:30 break. You're snoring like a bat out of hell. And we come back and you're still snoring. It was great. We enjoyed it. And there's even a nice post on our Some Kind of Radio Show page with a nice picture of you snoring.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Oh yes, there is.
Oh yeah.
See?
Yeah. So the moral of the story, Ben, don't fall asleep.
Yeah. You never know what's going to happen on this show if you fall asleep. You're lucky you're not here because we could have really fucked with you.
Oh, God. Yeah, that could have been bad.
That would have been bad. I remember the one time you fell asleep in the studio and you were still there the next day. Still sleeping. Still sleeping.
Whoops.
Yeah, I remember that day because I had to come in the next day. Ben, is the show over? No, it's the next day. The show's been over for 10 hours. Huh? Oh, shit.
Yeah, we went on for all night. Yeah.
Yeah. We actually all left and came back,
Right.
But anyway, it's hit that time to get this show over for the night. This one's done. It's in the books. It's in the bag. It's done. Election Decision 2020 Backlash show is done for the night, guys.
And there probably will be more Backlash coming next week.
And we haven't decided what we're going to talk about next week, but we're going to just kind of play along. This could be a COVID-19 show next week. Who knows? We're going to see what happens with the governor, see what happens here in the state of Ohio. We don't know what's going to happen. So if everything goes on status quo, we'll come back with a movie salute. If things hit the fan, guess what? We're going to be talking about it. So we're just going to kind of play next week by ear of what we're going to do with the show. But we're going to have a show nonetheless. But what kind of show are we going to do next week? We're going to let the next few days play out and see. So we're going to have some fun with it. No matter what, we're going to enjoy it, no matter what we're doing. All right, everybody, we are going to get out of here and call it a night. And this show will be posted to our YouTube channel briefly following the ending of this program. So if you want to watch this again, you can always watch it right here on our Facebook Live page as well as our YouTube channel, some SKO Media Group. So make sure you check us out. And if you do get a second to stop by there, subscribe. We need some subscribers on there. We'd appreciate them. All right, Tony?
Yep.
Another show in the books?
Another show in the books.
Let's get out of here, shall we?
See y'all next Friday.
All right, see everybody next Friday night. We are going to get on out of here. Good night, folks. See you next time.
See you.
See ya.
I hope it can provide some comfort and solace to 230,000 Americans